start off with the junior women 43 to 52 kilo classes. There'll be 3 classes we're going to be covering, 43, 47, and then 52. And just looking at some of the nominations, it looks as though in the 43 kilo class, we're going to have a very tight race. Within 5 kilo of each other, we got 3 lifters in the 43 kilo class. So it's going to be a battle. You're not going to want to miss this one. And then looking ahead, the 47 kilo class is stacked with 9 lifters. 42 kilo class stacked with 7 lifters. So anticipate some action in the 43, 47, and 42 kilo class of the women's juniors. And our first lifter up will be Sandra from the U.S. with a 77.5 kilo opener in the squat.
Platform 1, bars loaded, Sandra Tran, United States of America. 77.5 kilos on the bar. Sandra weighs 37 kilos. She weighs about 80 pounds. Soaking wet.
Sandra Tran, all smiles before she takes her opener. Obviously not very concerned with this weight. Looks like she need not be a nice, smooth, easy opener.
2 white lines. Lift is good for Tran. Lift is good, Tran.
2 whites. Yeah, I'm a little shocked that I'm not entirely sure what the infraction there was. Certainly no question on depth.
Lift is good for Yana, platform 2.
Now from the Ukraine, Samula.
Ukraine, platform 1, 80 kilos.
Lubov Samula going to open up with 80 kilo.
Bars loaded on, platform 1. Bars loaded on 2 for Anastasia, 82.5 kilos.
And it looks like her previous, judging off her nomination of 75 kilo, she's opening with a possible PR. Whoa, knees touch in the middle pretty quick. Good for 3 white lights, though. Take another look here. You see the knees clang together halfway through. Pretty high bar squatter. Natalia from Russia. 82.5 kilo opener. That's a good 5 kilo below her nominated squat.
Bars loaded on 2.
And Natalia, it's the #1 nomination in this class, but not by much, only 2.5 kilo. So if she's going to take this, it's going to be a fight. The next nomination below her is 2.5, and then another 2.5 for the 3rd nomination. So anything can happen. It's a long day of lifting. Moving into the 47 kilo class. And Alexandra from Australia is going to open with 82.5 kilo on the bar.
Left rack in. 50 left rack in. Lift is good on platform 2. Load the bar for Olga Volzinskaya, Russia. Here comes Alexandra Jennie, Australia.
And Alexandra
loaded on 2. Olga.
Taking a low bar squat position. Wow, she hit that nicely. One of the judges didn't like it. Let's take a look from this angle. Well, the depth looked good in the slow-mo replay. It was quick. We got the benefit of slow-mo. Yola from Belarus, local lifter, been competing 2 years. Going to open with 85 kilo. We're back in the 43 kilo class. And we're already getting close to double body weight. And her nomination has an 80-kilo squat.
Bill.
So if that's a PR, she's made some major gains. Now you're starting to see why.
You don't have to, bro.
If you're going to judge your chances or have any scouting report based on nominations, you can be fooled.
Bars loaded, platform 1.
Dariya from Ukraine, 87.5 kilo, getting loaded onto the bar.
This is good, platform.
Let's see how well she handles this now. Judging off nominations,
Bars loaded.
she's actually resting in 5th place,
85 kilos, bars loaded.
but her nomination squat is a good 15 kilo less than what she just smoked for an opener. So it looks like we might have
Load the bar up to 5.
another contestant in the battle for the World Championships here.
Bars sweet.
Now, oftentimes these juniors can put on so much onto their lifts in between submitting their nominations, and by the time they actually get out here, when you're this age, gains come quick. And some of these contenders can surprise you. Clara from Denmark, 92.5 kilo on the bar. This is back into the 47 kilo class. Yeah, handles it well.
This is good for Denmark.
3 white lights.
And the referees say 2 white lights for Alina. Take the bar to 87.5 kilos.
Staying in the 47 kilo class,
From USA. Bar
Sabrina from Great Britain,
loaded. Sabrina Shaw.
competing just 1 year already here at the World Championships. And Sabrina will attempt a 95 kilo opener. Now she has hit 105 kilos before,
Oh, that's easy, and the referees say
so this should be well within her means. Very tight grip to her shoulders.
Squat.
Tight back, low bar stance.
Claudia.
Hit step easily, just smokes that opener. Got plenty left in the tank.
This is good.
3 white lights.
90, bar loaded. Alyssa Marisol, 102.5 kilos, coached by Arian Kamisi, United States of America.
Now the bar will be loaded to 102.5 kilo for Alyssa Marisol from the U.S. Also just competing 1 year. 102.5 kilo for an opener.
Bar to 92.5 kilos.
And she's coming in the 2nd highest nomination.
Those don't come easy. Bar loaded on platform 2.
Should be well within her means.
Squat.
Big air, tight. 5.
Nicely done. The bar path was right on point. Never got pulled out of position. Looks like they have plenty more left in the tank.
This is good.
Take another shot at this.
Squat.
Depth is well in place. Bar path never leaves midfoot.
Take the bar to 95. Bars loaded, Russia for Olivia.
Now, Alyssa Zilkina from Russia
Alyssa
is going to also take another shot at 102.5.
102.5 on the bar is loaded on platform 2. BT Bird, if you're at the arena, will you please come to
Well, the knees come in a little wobbly.
from USA.
Still moves fast.
You went home yesterday.
No pauses. Take another look. See, the left knee comes into about midway point. And when the weight gets heavy, that's when the technique starts breaking down further. Violetta from Ukraine, a 6-year veteran of competing, despite being a junior, is going to open up at 107.5.
82.5 kilos. Yana Kimova from Ukraine, 182 pounds. Bar loaded on platform 2.
Now this is a good 5 kilo beneath her nominated squat, and you see absolutely no troubles there. Treats it like a warm-up weight, taking no risks with her opener. Never in doubt.
And no lift. Stay with the bar. And no lift.
Tatiana, lifting out of Belarus, competing just 2 years.
Was loaded on 1. Tatiana Damashkaya.
And she's going to attempt 110 kilo. She has hit 115 previously.
From our host country,
Got the Belarus colors in her hair. Gives a bow.
110 kilos.
Squat.
20 deep.
Rack.
No major struggles. And thus far, everybody's on the board. That's what you want to see. You never want to see a lifter miss the first attempt, get backed in the corner there. And the final opener in the 47 kilo class will be Andrea from France. Despite being a junior, 9-year veteran of the game, she's going to open at 102.5 kilo. Just 2.5 kilos shy of her nominated squat.
Bar loaded 9 kilos, bar loaded. Olga. Well over twice her body weight. Well over twice her body weight.
And she seems a little fired up for this opener. Taking it quite a bit more seriously than the other girls, perhaps opening a little closer to her limit.
Squat.
Yeah, it was a little bit more of a fight, but she kept her elbows tight. And gets 3 white lights. It'll be interesting to see the difference between her jump from her opener to her second attempt and the other girls. I think she might have a little less room to play with. See, the elbows come forward there in the slow-mo replay. Keeps her chest up. A veteran of the game, her technique is a little more polished than some of the other lifters. Now, Sandra Tran from the U.S. jumping up 5 kilo from her opener. She had no major struggles there.
Bars loaded. Sandra Tran.
Sandra Tran made easy work of her opener. Smiling as she unracked the weight. Not expecting 5 kilo to break the bank here. It's slower, but for her age, she's got a hell of a poker face. She showed no concern on the way up, despite the slowdown. Waiting for the white lights. And she gets it. A bit of a sigh of relief. With that kind of depth, she need not be worried. See, she fights to keep her knees out. Keeps her in position to be able to fight through. And she adds another 5 kilo to her total. And we'll move the bar to 85 kilo. Samula from Ukraine looking to add another 5 kilo herself to her total. Looks like a high bar.
Squat.
Knees come in.
Rack.
And she would be the, I think she's the only high bar squatter we see now. She got called on depth.
No lift, Ukraine. No lift. No lift on 2.
Take a look here. Yeah, you see that's Just a stitch too high. Sometimes to get that little bit of extra depth at the bottom, you actually want to push your knees out to allow your hips to come down. When your knees go forward, it's a lot harder to hit that depth. When your knees come in to touch together. Now Natalia from Russia jumping up 5 kilo as well. 87.5 kilo loaded on the bar. Whoa, okay, there's a bit of a struggle there. I don't know if it was a down up or just a pause by the bar. No, the judges say it was just a pause, and she gets 3 white lights. Take another look here. Her knees come way in. And you see his knees come in and almost touch in the middle. She has a little wobble and loses some balance. You know, when the knees come in, it makes it harder to hit depth and also a lot harder to maintain your balance. Volha from Belarus, jumping up 5 kilo to 90, loaded on the bar.
Squat.
Maintains her composure, maintains her form. 3 white lights.
Oh, looking strong. The referee says
Ukrainian.
3 white lights.
Also another 5 kilo jump. 92.5 kilos loaded on the bar. Oh, actually, we're going to go into the 47 kilo class. Pardon me, this is Alexandra from Australia, 90 kilo on the bar.
USA. Bar loaded.
And she'll be taking a 7.5 kilo jump. That's a sizable jump for somebody in the 47 kilo class, but has pretty good squat technique. See, she fights to keep her knees out, so she has to have a fight with the weight. She's in good position to do it. 2 white lights.
Dariya.
Another shot here. Yeah, it hits depth, but it's right on that borderline. You only need 2 or 3 white lights, so good enough. No extra energy expended. Now Dariya from Ukraine.
She's coached by Pasayev.
We'll take her second attempt. We're back in the 43 kilo class. 5 kilo jump, 92.5 kilos on the bar.
Bar loaded. 97.5 kilos.
She hits this.
Squat.
It will solidify the gold medal in the squat event for her. Oh, but did she cut it a little high? Yes, yeah. You know, it didn't look overly hard for her. Let's take a look. She cut it high. She just hit parallel. You have to drop that hip just below the knee to break parallel. It was about as close as you get to breaking parallel and that. And that golden squat got snatched from her. We'll see what she puts on for her third attempt. Now back in the 47 kilo class, Carla from Denmark has the bar loaded to 100 kilo for her second attempt.
Platform 2.
Carla's got a tight back. Oh, it's a fight, but she never loses position. Keeps the knees out. Bar path looks nice. We'll see what happens with the judges' call for depth. No, see, I was going to say her technique was solid. The fight was good, but the depth was pretty borderline. You see the knees want to come in, but she pushes to keep them out.
Sabrina Shaw, Great Britain.
And Sabrina Shaw from Great Britain
And the referee gave her 3 white lights.
will also take an attempt at 100 kilo. Now, past 2 lifters have failed their lift due to depth. Is Sabrina going to take it a little deeper?
Bar goes to 100
Get 100 kilo on the board.
Loaded. Platform 2.
This would be a nice extra 5 kilo getting put towards her total.
From Finland.
That is plenty deep. Absolutely no question need to be asked there.
3 white lights for Sabrina.
Moved about as smooth as an opener would. I'd expect she's going to move at least 7.5 kilo. She handled that 5 kilo jump with ease. Look at that. The depth, no question. Knees stay out, elbows tucked in, head up, chest up.
Now we start third attempts for the
Now Melissa from the U.S.
47 is loaded.
Gonna jump up 5 kilo, 107 kilo being 107.5 kilo being loaded on the bar.
United States of America. Yana Klimova from Ukraine, 82.5 kilos. Coached by Billy McCarthy, GetTheLift.com.
Alyssa's one of the medal favorites. Oh, that looked a little close on depth too, though.
All right, and they say
Yeah, no surprises there. It's a shame to, every single attempt takes a little bit of more gas out of the tank. It's a shame to do all that work, that kind of weight on your back, only to not have it go towards your total. I think the judges made the right call there.
retaking her second.
Alyssa Zilkina from Russia is going to also give a go at 107.5 kilo. You know what? I don't think she hit depth anyways. We're starting to see an awful lot of misses on our second attempts. Looks like whoever nails their second attempt is really going to pull forward with their totals.
90 kilos.
Unless we could see some of these lifters come back and nail their second attempts.
Anastasia.
Local lifter,
150
Tatiana
kilos.
Demashina, 5 kilo jump. She sounds ready.
And referees say, no lift for depth. Red card is depth.
No question on the depth there, and she's fighting. Can she lock it out? She does. Well-earned 5 kilo there. She should be good. Gets 3 whites.
90 kilos.
Now that was a scrap. I don't know how much more she has in the tank. No question on depth. Gets a little bounce off the hammies and the calves. Just screaming out of war cry as she fights through it.
Bars loaded. 5-4-1. Bars loaded.
Gonna have to carefully choose her last attempt there because she's definitely close to the limit. Now the Ukrainian looking to take 150 kilo herself.
Bar is loaded.
Wants to answer back and stay in the hunt.
Squat.
Kazakhstan.
You know what? She does. And it looks like it takes a lot less effort. Gets 3 white lights. And she's probably good for a couple more kilo in her third attempt. No question on the depth.
Bars loaded. Here she comes. She hails from France. Andrea Durant.
Andrea Durant from France. Has 117.5 kilo loaded on the bar, jumping up 5 kilo as well.
Christina Popova.
This will put her in the lead by 2.5 kilo in the squat event for the 47 kilo women's junior.
60 pounds for the young lady from France. Bar stays at 90 kilos for her.
Getting a nice
Christina
tight
Popova.
grip.
Bar loaded.
Closer the hands get to the shoulders, the tighter the back gets. When you got a nice tight back, you can keep the chest up,
Squat.
elbows in, put you in a good position to fight if you need to. Now, not a major fight, but did she cut it a little short? Yeah, one of the judges said so, but the other 2 didn't. And she stomps off. Let's take a look at this slow-mo replay. Okay, you know what? From that angle, it did look good enough. And she looks like a fiery competitor, stomps off the platform. Sandra Tran from U.S. jumping up just 2.5 kilo from her second attempt.
take the bar now to 92.5 kilos. Olga Volneskaya from Russia. Bar loaded on 2.
Squat.
Okay, that depth is good. Oh, she's fighting it out. Oh, no. She put in a good battle, but it's just a little too much. Now, if you take a look at the replay, she shows no strain on her face at all. You can't see her face there. She's actually inching her way up, but it just became a little too much by the time she hit midway point.
Boss started.
Loaded.
Zamula from Ukraine.
Finds it out.
Missed 85 kilo in her second attempt, choosing to still increase it, 87.5. She looks a little more angry this time. High bar, look for the knees to come in right there and touch. Yeah, it's going to be really hard to fight, maintain balance, and get any kind of force getting driven if you have your knees glued together like that. You'll see in the replay, knees touch almost immediately as soon as she tries to come out of the hole. And Natalia from Russia, going up 2.5 kilo, 90 kilo, third attempt.
90 kilos on the bar.
And if she can go 3 for 3 here, Natalia is definitely one of the favorites to win. A lot of lifting left to do. Don't want to get ahead of myself, but it'll be an extra 2.5 kilo in a race this tight. Could make all the difference. Good on depth. Oh, big tilt there. Let's take a look at that replay. I almost want to see where if her hands were staggered because the amount that was tilting. Oh, the knees come in. See it. You kind of lose your balance when that happens. It's harder and harder to remain sturdy. And Dariya from Ukraine, gonna attempt 92.5 kilo. She failed on her second attempt with this. And nobody in the weight class yet, and in the 43 weight class yet, has been able to get a third attempt. So if she can do this, it's gonna help her move ahead. Now yeah, that time she definitely hit depth, but just a little too heavy. The depth was there. The strength wasn't.
95 kilos.
Now Volha from Belarus, the local lifter, has an opportunity here. None of the girls have been able to hit 92.5 kilo. She's already got the gold locked in for the squat event with 90 kilo. But that extra 2.5 kilo will move towards her total. And she's in the middle of a dogfight for that total. Hits depth. Oh, nicely done. And just increases her lead. Look at that. That's nice depth. She's pretty composed as she struts off the platform. No major celebrations. Even though she just took the gold in the squat event, she's definitely got her eyes towards the overall world title. And Alexandra from Australia is going to have a 5 kilo increase to 95 kilo for her last attempt. Tell me she doesn't look prepared for battle. Oh, she looks determined. She wants it. If she could keep herself in position, she'll definitely be able to fight. And she looks as ready to fight as you've seen. Plenty deep. Wow. And there you have it. She was determined. She stuck with it. Battle through 2 whites is all you need. She adds another 5 kilo to her total. Take another shot. She's definitely deep. And see, it stalls, but she will not be denied. See her push, force her knees out to complete the lift.
Clara, watch loaded on 1. Clara from Denmark.
Clara from Denmark She's going to take another try at 100 kilo. It's another 7.5 kilos she can add towards her total.
Catharina is taking the bronze position for the squat.
Well, it's borderline on depth, but she does fight it out. Shows a good fight. See if the judges reward her. The judges had mixed feelings about it, and so did I. Let's take a look. Yeah, that's right on that line. That is right on the borderline. Possibly the other hip was a stitch lower, so she got one white.
Bar loaded on 2.
Clara from Denmark
From Finland.
missed 705 and a half, or 107 and a half in her second attempt. Gonna take it again for her third.
Come on, Sabrina.
Sabrina Shaw from Great Britain. Really tight grip there towards her shoulders. Keeps a really tight back. She keeps her elbows forward. She's in a great position to fight if she has to.
Yes, 3 white lights.
Deep. Wow. Makes you wonder why she missed it the first time.
Bar loaded
No
on
questions there. 3 white lights and actually looked like she had a lot left in her. She should be fresh for the next event. Take a look at this. Plenty deep. Keeps the knees out. The feet. The knees are tracked over the feet, and that's really what your goal should be. That's how you're going to have the best balance and be able to scrap if you have to. Now, Alyssa from the U.S. also going to take another stab at 107.5 kilo. Seeing if she can keep pace with the Brit.
There you go, stand up. Wait for
Alyssa is another one of the medal favorites at the 47 kilo junior class.
What?
everything tight.
It's a fight, which, no, it's just a little too much. I wasn't sure if she hit depth either. Take another look. I'm not even sure if that was depth. Maybe. You know, it's right on that line. Actually, I would have gave her depth, but as close as you could get. But just a stitch too heavy, and that's 7.5 kilos she might have needed. Still got the bench and deadlift event. Can't write anybody off. And Alyssa from Russia, our third lifter in a row, who had taken 107.5 kilo on their second attempt and failed. Let's see which way it's going to swing for her on her third attempt. That looked high. I don't think she's going to get that. And she won't. Now, sometimes when you take a weight and you fail at it, it rattles your confidence. So you just, the self-preservation kicks in and you just squat a little bit higher.
Boss loaded.
Loaded on 1.
And 1 inch lower can make all the difference. Now, Tatiana from Belarus. A small 2.5 kilo jump, and I'm not surprised by that. 115 was a hell of a fight for her.
Bar loaded.
But championships are won and lost by 2.5 kilos, so she's going to come out and fight for it. She's got the hometown crowd behind her.
Squat.
Deep enough. Whoa! No, no, no.
No lift. Did not make that bump.
No lift. It was a hell of a fight, but you see right here, she's letting out a war cry. As she does, she's letting out more and more air. Eventually, it was just you're gonna lose all your compression and all the fight you have in you. You got 120 kilo loaded on for Andrea Durant from France. Again, another 2.5 small increment increase, but if you're paying attention to the possible projected totals here, we have 3 lifters within 5 kilo of each other. Every single kilo is going to be precious towards that total if you can get them. She's doing all types of adjusting to get ready. Yeah, she should. Take your time. She looks ready to fight. Depth is there. Nope, just a little too heavy. She's a little disappointed.
Another fast squat.
Ready? Boss loaded.
Definitely depth there, but just a little too heavy.
Your next lifter.
And staying in the 47 kilo class, the Ukrainian is going to try to take 120 kilo herself. This would move her into first place in the squat event.
Our 52 kilo sub-junior lifters.
And she does it. That's squat gold for the Ukrainian. 120 kilo towards her total. And pushes her into the lead. Definitely has depth there. The bar path stays straight.
And the referees say good
She
lift
completes the lift.
for Britt. Bar goes to 110.
We're going to move into the 52 kilo class.
Let's go to our next fight, platform 1, both of more than 75 kilos.
And the Lithuanian lifter will begin with 75 kilo opener.
Bars loaded for Victoria Nikolaevna. Marissa.
Victoria powerlifting 1 year. Already representing Lithuania at the World Championships. Just looking to get on the board. Likely won't see too much of a fight just yet.
Squat. Rack.
Depth is good.
Very good, Victoria. Three
white lights.
3 white lights for Marissa. Take the bar to
Take another look here.
125. 2 legs. Belarus.
And you'll notice sometimes the taller girls with the longer legs, the longer the legs, the more they want, those knees want to come in and touch. The shorter girls won't have as much of an issue with those.
Squat.
Wow.
Rack.
Christina from Belarus making easy work at 95 kilo. Struts off, not even looking back to see if she got the 3 whites. She knows it.
Oh, stood up for that easy. 3 white lights.
And looking at some of these openers, some of these girls in the 52 kilo class are going to be opening within 7.5 kilo of the world record.
This will be the last lifter in the first attempts in this flight. From Nauru,
The Norwegian opening with 102.5
Norway.
kilo on the bar.
Coaches, former world champion Carla. This is a world sub-junior record on her opening attempt for the gross CO.
She gets it. Looked like a little bit of a extra dip at the start. See what the judges say. Yeah, that was the issue there. The bar can only move in one motion. See right here? There was a little double dip there at the start. Not sure why the hesitation. You're allowed to stop. You can pause the weight wherever you want. You cannot change the direction of that bar path. She looked a little surprised she didn't hit her opener. It was easy. Going to be interesting to see if she increases the bar anyways, or she retakes that weight. Now, you can't decrease in weight. If she raises the weight on the bar, misses, she's backing herself into a corner to possibly bomb out. Oksana from Ukraine, 110 kilo on the bar.
Squat.
Download the bar.
Weight moved well.
70
See if the
kilos.
judges like it. They do. 3 white lights.
3 white lights. Lift is good.
See a little shot of that here.
Bar loaded. on
Easily
2.
hits depth. Sits back. Knees stay tracked over the feet, so she has plenty of balance.
Boss loaded.
Bars
And
loaded.
Maria from Ukraine,
Suna, Ukraine.
been competing for 3
115.
years, will open with 115 kilo. Maria Sudna.
And that's a good lift for Denisa from Czechia. Load the bar to 80 kilos for Belarus.
She looks determined for this opener here.
Goal.
Squat.
That's a tough one, Bill.
Yeah, see how easily she keeps those knees tracked over the feet. Handles the weight nicely. 3 white lights.
Bar loaded.
Gets a high five from Gino. Take a look at this squat. Technically very sound. Good depth. Nicola from Canada. Lifting 2 years now. She's going to open with 132.5 kilo.
Platform 1.
And it looks like 140 kilo is the world record.
Nicola
Just to keep in
Lotterer.
perspective how close we are to the world record with an opener.
Nicola Pavelyaniki.
Got a high belt position there.
Bar to 95 kilos.
Look how close your hands are. Almost behind her shoulders. Very tight back. So her chest is up. Knees stay out. Beautifully done squat.
All right, Nikki, nice opener.
And she made 132.5 kilo look easy.
Belarus.
Now, one of the judges called her on depth. Okay, on that side, that hip did look borderline. From my view, it looked okay.
United States of America.
And Jennie Lee from the U.S. also going to take 132.5 kilo for her opener. Looks like we're going to have a battle between U.S. and Canada in the squat event. And looking ahead, a battle between U.S., Canada, and the Ukraine in terms of the projected totals now. Some of these girls are going to take major jumps in the deadlift event, and a lot of that can shake up.
Good.
Wait for it.
Bar looks a little bit tilted on her.
Big air.
Well, Lee has no major struggles there. Plenty left in the tank. Again, just 7.5 kilo off the current world record. Look at that, no breakdown in form. The nails are opening lift. And we're going to move back to the 52 kilo class. 82.5 kilo being loaded on the bar. So I'm just looking. At the second attempts being put up, it looks like the American Lee is going to actually attempt a world record in the second lift.
Squat.
82.5 kilo. Whoa, it's a fight. Her elbows ended up perpendicular, or sorry, parallel to the ground.
Bar is loaded on platform 2.
Take a look here. If you can see her elbows, they shoot way back, point directly behind her. Really takes her out of position. And your force, instead of being generated upwards, starts getting kind of working against yourself and going to pitch you forward a little now. Christina from Belarus
Bars loaded. 1.
taking 102 kilo.
Schleikovich.
As her second attempt.
And the lift on 2 is good for Manasheva.
Good depth.
Bar 2.
Locks it out. Should be 3 whites. Another interesting note in terms of the second attempts here.
World Sub-Junior
The Norwegian
record.
who had her first
52 kilo
lift called on her.
World record.
Now we had said
286 pounds.
she's up next right now. If Stenberg misses this, she's in a bit of a, backed herself a bit in the corner now. She's adding another 5 kilo. So 102.5 kilo was easy enough. She just cut the depth. She had an option of maybe taking it again. She's assured, all but assured, she'd probably get it. But 5 kilo more,
Stenberg, Norway.
it's still a question mark.
0.5 on the bar.
That's why when you nail your opener, you take those question marks off and you're not in risk of bombing. It's a bit of a gamble.
She grinded it out, and the referee
Let's see if the gamble is worth it.
Good lift.
5 kilos more.
World record, platform 2. Hey, Bill, let's come
Plenty
on
of depth this time.
platform 2.
And there you go.
Another world record.
The juice is worth the squeeze.
60 seconds, Bill.
3 white lights.
Good. Norway, we're tipping it up.
High five from Gino. Let's take a look here.
0.5, Gino.
No question on depth this time. Look at that bar path.
130.5.
Elbows stay forward. Chest up, head up.
On platform 2.
And just picks up 5 kilo off her opener that she had missed. Now the Ukrainian going to jump up 5 kilo.
Platform 2. From Nauru.
Oksana taking 115 kilo, second attempt.
Half a kilo more. The Gross Seal from the island of Nauru, a little island in the South Pacific, right off of Australia. Population 10,000. The island of Nauru, world record attempt, platform 2. The Gross had this
Now, it
on
wasn't
her
a major
opener
fight, but was a
world
depth.
record. Fanny broke it on her.
Two of the judges say so.
She's going to try and take it back.
Take another look here. Now the side judge, which would be this angle. Yeah, it does look depth from the sides.
Bars loaded on 2. Maria, Ukraine, 120.
Maria from Ukraine,
What do you say,
jumping up
referee?
5 kilo from her opener. 120 kilo getting loaded on the bar for Maria.
Not deep enough. Not deep enough. Come back. Come back. Go to 133. Bar loaded on 2. The
Elbow is a little bit
Nicola.
pointed back,
Czechia.
but she sticks it out. No pitching forward. Should get 3 whites, and she does. Looking very strong in the squats here. Take a look at this. The weight never bullies her forward. Bar path is always straight up and down, very efficient. And here we go, Nicola from Canada.
Take it to
Boss loaded.
bars loaded.
With 137.5 kilo loaded on the bar. Now with the current world record, 140 kilos, she's just shy of that. But you never want to chase a world record too early. Risk kilos,
85 bar loaded.
build your total. There's still another squat to go.
75 for Nicola.
Oh, it's a struggle. No, doesn't have it.
No lift on 2. Give her a round of applause on 1. Aleska.
Take a look here. Might have been,
Jennie Lee.
it looked like it was a little high regardless.
Oh,
She, of course, couldn't necessarily know that. So she continued to fight. Now, Jennie Lee from the USA is going to attempt a world record in only her second squat of the day.
no lift on 2 for depth.
This would obviously move her into the first place position in the 52 kilo class in the squat event.
Nastasia. Court. Bar is loaded. United States of America, Jennie Lee, 309.7 pounds.
This is
Junior world
just shy of
record
310 pounds by a 52-kilo junior.
Bar is loaded on 2.
Weighing in around 114 pounds herself. We're getting close to triple body weight.
Wait for it.
Squat.
Big air.
Looks confident in the walkout.
Drive it.
Looks like it might be depth. Oh no, just a little too much. So that's the, she had a pretty big jump there from her opener to second attempt. And that's when you got to ask yourself, is it worth the risk? You're giving away a lot of kilo. Could she have nailed something in between 132.5 and 140.5 kilo? Likely. And that being said, those extra kilo in between would have went towards her total. She's in the middle of a scrap for the gold medal overall. Instead, going for that world record in the second attempt may have cost her. Now, she can attempt that 140.5 again, but it's going to cost more gas from the tank, and you only have so much to give. Victoria from Lithuania going to attempt 82.5 kilo, once again missing it in her second attempt.
And she stands up with it, and 3 white lights.
Sometimes little technical improvements can make all the difference.
Bar loaded on 2 for Anastasia from Russia.
Elbows look tight. Hits depth. Oh no, now the elbows are coming up, but looks like she might have made it. 3 white lights.
This is good.
I think her second attempt, if I remember correctly, the elbows shot right back. They're tight in the beginning. Now when the weight comes on, the weight starts bowling around a little bit, but she stays tight enough to complete the lift. Wasn't pretty, but it's enough to get herself a 7.5 kilo increase and goes towards her total. Christina from Belarus
And 3 white lights for Anastasia.
looking to add another 5 kilo to her squat as well as her total. Gets a squat command. Oh, it's a fight. Wow. Just a bit too much. You can see she hits depth. As soon as she starts coming out, those knees start coming together. She's fighting to push them out, but the weight's just a little too heavy.
Bars loaded on 1. Here we go, Gino.
And the Norwegian missed her opener, showing a lot of confidence in her squat. Comes back, nails a second attempt, 5 kilo heavier than her opener.
30 seconds.
And she missed her opener on
30
depth.
seconds. Move.
And now it's going to jump another 5 kilo.
Referee Chad replace.
112.5 kilo loaded on the bar.
Restart.
Depth is there. Oh, she's just started pitching a little bit forward around the midway point.
This is not good on 1.
Take another look. So she keep her elbows tight and down towards the ground, but then the weight really comes on. She struggles just a little too much for her.
All right. Guess what, Gino?
And 120 kilo being loaded on the bar for Oksana from Ukraine.
Nauru. Bars loaded, Oksana. World sub-junior record, Febros, Nauru. Yep.
5 kilo jump.
Loaded.
She looks like she wants it. She's determined.
Squat.
Stood up with it.
Got a wide stance. It's a lot easier to keep those knees tracked over to the feet when your feet are wide. Slightly pointed out, and it's good. 2 whites. Take a look. See, her feet are wide. Toes pointed slightly out. A lot easier to keep your knees tracking
20
over your feet
seconds.
that way. Chest was up, head was up. Did everything right, and she got rewarded for it. Now, Maria from Ukraine looking to increase 5 kilo upon her second
8
attempt.
seconds. Clock.
This would put her into third place in the squat event. It would tie the other Ukrainian, but she weighed in a little heavier, so she's got to go a little heavier in the squat. And wow, powers through that. Picks up a bronze medal in the squat event. Look how strong her back is. Just does not let that weight push her forward.
5-minute break
Keeps her head and chest up.
on platform 2.
Now the Canadian attempted 137 and a half.
For the bench. 5-minute break.
Failed on it and is going to take another shot.
Audience, be respectful to all the other lifters. The lifter times out and doesn't make a lift. You don't cheer for their failure. You cheer for successes.
It's deep enough. Oh, it looks like she fights it out.
Regardless.
See what the judges say. No. Let me take a look from the judges' angles. I don't got the best angles from the commentary booth. Yeah, you know what? Okay, upon looking at the slow-mo replay from the sides, her hips were a little high. And the American is going to take another go at the world record at 140.5 kilo.
This is a junior world.
Now it's a junior world record in the 52 kilo class. Interesting enough,
United States of America.
from what I'm looking, it's the world standard, which means you only have to match it. You don't have to chip it in like a normal world record. I don't think they needed the .5, but I don't think the .5 is going to break the bank either way.
Thank you, Mealies.
And the American team might not have known it's a world standard, not an existing world record when they seen what the record was.
Take your time. Wait for it.
See, the bar looks slightly
Squat.
off-centered, but that's the way she squats. Whoa, she might have it. No.
Almost got there. Give her a big round of applause.
No.
For 5 minutes on the clock and be back with the bench.
Just a little too much for her. So the way it shakes up, the Canadian is still going to end up with the gold medal. The American's going to come in with the silver in the squat event. The Canadian and the American getting the exact same squat in, only their openers. However, the Canadian gets it based off of body weight. Now, we had said it likely would be a battle between the U.S. and Canada. It's shaping up to be exactly that. And you're going to want to come back. We'll take a 5-minute intermission, and then we're going to start with our bench press event. See you soon. Can you guys, hey, Richard, if you guys keep the scorecard, don't change the scorecard.
I don't.
And the lift is good on platform 2 for Claudia.
Back.
Lift is good, Ukraine, platform 1. Claudia, post block. 40 kilos, bar loaded. Load the bar for Sandra Tran, USA, 37.5 kilos. Bars loaded. Blocks, lifters, they need the blocks. She's very tiny. She weighs 80, maybe 79, 80 pounds. She weighs 37 kilos, lightest lifter so far.
Boss loaded.
Bars loaded. She weighs as much as Mike Zowinski's right leg. And good lift for Claudia.
They wouldn't look at it.
Start.
I think, did you say it was spin?
Yana Klimova from Ukraine, the next lifter, 45 kilos. Lift is good. Bars loaded on 2.
Boss loaded.
Bars loaded. Natalia, Russia, 45 kilos.
And Natalia from Russia with 45 kilos loaded on the bar for her opener.
Brianna Morrison, next lifter, 47.5 kilos. Bar is loaded on 2. Reset the clock, close. Blocks.
Easy lift. Nobody's really looking to, get too heavy on their openers. You just want to secure that total.
Platform 1.
Keep yourself in the game. And Dariya from the Ukraine will be opening with 47.5 kilo.
And Brianna gets 3 white lights, good lift.
Start.
Katarina
Easy
Kayla from Russia.
opener. That's what you
Same
want an
weight.
opener to look like. Plenty of gas left in the tank. Plenty of room to move in their second and third attempts.
Dariya of Ukraine. Loaded up for Yermalitskaya.
Boss loaded.
Bars loaded. Volha, Belarus.
And Yerma Litskalia from Belarus, opening with 50 kilo. This will be our last opener in the 43 kilo junior division. You see a pronounced arch. Sets her feet.
Easy lift. Wow.
Wow, that was smooth.
Good lift. Beautiful form. Beautiful form.
And none of the ladies here miss their openers.
52.5.
You could all breathe easy
for
with your opener. You just want to get your foot in the door. It's your second and third attempts. You really want to add kilos to that total. Alyssa from the U.S. looking to open with 55 kilos on the bar.
Alina Rasamarina.
Now, she may not be benching as much as some of the girls out here, but her deadlift opener is a good 22.5 kilos more than anyone else in the 47 class. So she's really just looking to get as many kilos as she can, not looking to compete with anybody else in the bench event.
3 white lights.
Easily hits that opener.
Take it to 52.5 kilos.
And then she's going to cover some massive grounds in the deadlift event.
arm lift is good. Mike.
Boss loaded.
Bars loaded on
Tatiana
2.
from Belarus, 57.5 kilo loaded on the bar. Tatiana Damashina.
All right, the Belarusian crowd cheering for the
And the current world record
hometown girl.
in this weight class is 75 kilo. And it looks like the Ukrainian
55 kilos for Popova.
Chabotar is going to open with that world record.
Bar loaded on 2.
The Belarusian lifter.
Press.
It's a little bit of work. Elbows somewhat flared out on her.
Lift is good. Come on, Belarus, let me hear you.
Take another look. You see the elbows kind of open up, so the lats can't quite be locked like she might have liked. See, the elbows almost became parallel with their shoulders.
Good. Loaded. Clara. Denmark.
Clara from Denmark opening with 57.5 kilo.
Volskaya. Russia. Bar loaded.
Some of the girls will be coming out with all points of contact chalked up, so there's no movement on that bench. You need your butt, shoulders, and head touching the bench and your feet flat. Easy work there.
Oh, beautiful. Something smells fishy in Denmark.
3 white lights.
Wasn't that lift? Good.
Boss loaded.
Bars loaded. Australia.
The bar is going to stay at 57.5 kilos. Alexandra from Australia
And lift on 2.
looking to get her foot in the door.
Bar stays at 57.5 kilos.
Just going over the unrack the way she likes it.
Fire it up.
Bar loaded on 2.
Now, if you're a good spotter, loader, you're not going to just pull the weight off and dump it on somebody's shoulders.
Press.
Nice, smooth, easy opener.
Beautiful form.
If you pull up too easy with the or too hard with the unrack, if you're a spotter loader, you can actually pull the lifter's shoulders loose. And then if you just kind of release the weight over top of them, now you just pull them out of their setup
Sabrina Shaw.
and dump the weight all of a sudden like 0 to 100
Let's go, Sabrina.
over their chest. But an experienced spotter loader just gives you enough to unrack it,
Lift on 2 is
let you
good.
maintain your setup. 57.5 kilos is going to remain on the bar for Sabrina Shaw of Great Britain. Sabrina Shaw.
Digs in, gets her shoulder blades flat up to the bench. Gets a
Nice bench setup.
Strong drive off of the feet.
Stop. Press.
Chest up.
Wow.
Great lockout, wide grip. Perfect
No major
form.
effort needed there.
Sabrina, giving a third light, Vicky. Vicky. The lift is good.
Bar loaded
Thumbs
on
up or
2.
down, up or down.
Another shot there.
3
Easy
thumbs up,
bench
lift is
opener.
good.
3 white lights.
Salowinski.
And Alyssa from Russia
Volskaya.
opening with 67.5 kilo. We had 3 lifters out of 8 opening with 57.5. So this is very quickly going to put the Russian ahead of half the pack. The other lifter opening with 55 kilo.
67.5 kilos.
Good lift on 2.
So it would look like Alyssa, unless a major shakeup happens in the second and third attempts,
Take it to
is a pretty solid lock for at
45
least a bronze medal in the bench event for the 47 women's kilo class.
Stop. Press.
Nice, easy press there.
Weights backwards.
3 thumbs up, lift is good. Good lift.
Anastasia.
Load the bar.
Bar loaded on 2.
Another 2.5 kilo being loaded on the bar for Andrea from France.
Boss loaded.
Bars loaded. Bars loaded. New clock. Bars loaded. Andrea Durant. You ready, Sasha? Bars loaded. All right, we're loading the bar.
Lift on 2 is good.
I think we had a little bit of a misload there. They're going to reload the bar. Andrea's, every lifter has a minute from when they get told the bar is loaded to get on the platform and start the lift.
Andrea Duran.
And that's plenty of time.
Bar loaded on 2. Kasumi Hamada.
She's just letting the spotter loaders know where she wants the bar placed. Right below where it says France. If they don't put it where she wants it, she's going to have to muscle it over into the place, and that's extra energy. Look how high up she gets that arch. Now you see some of the benefits of a big aggressive arch. Woo!
And the lifted.
Maybe 2.5, 3 inches of movement there. 3 white lights.
2.
Mobility is definitely a factor in the bench press event.
Take the bar to 27.5 kilos for Yana Tibova.
And Violetta from the
Bar
Ukraine,
loaded on 2.
competing 6 years already, is going to do a 75 kilo opener.
Did you see that lockout line? It's about 2 inches.
Boss loaded.
Bars loaded. Tabata, Ukraine, 75 kilos on the bar.
Violetta. Oh, also another very aggressive. See, they get right up on their traps, lower themselves into position. The rib cage stays high. She's got to come down for the touch.
USA.
Now she's got a lot longer arms than the previous lifter, so even with the aggressive arch, there was a little bit more
These blocks.
range of motion, but she still gets 3 white lights, and it's no major struggle. All the lifters hit their openers.
5-centimeter blocks.
Moving back into the 43 kilo class, Zamula from Ukraine jumping up 5 kilo. Now 5 kilos is actually a pretty decent jump when it's A, the bench press event, and B, the 43 kilo class.
Stop.
And Brianna made that look easy.
88, all 88 pounds of her belt.
Yeah, she muscles out now. When she brought the bar down to her chest,
She weighs 88 pounds, 40 kilos.
they're looking for the bar to have no movement. It looked like there might have still been some movement. You see there a little tilt, a little wobble, but she got the press command nonetheless. They may not always be that generous. They want the bar to be no movement and still on your chest.
Blocks, number one, right? 5
Sandra Tran from the U.S.
5-centimeter block.
also moving up 5 kilo to 42.5 kilo for her second attempt.
The one that's broken, Gina.
I know, I see that. It's a good thing the carpet's holding it together.
Look at the American, all smiles.
Katarina Ageva from Russia, 52.5
I think she
kilos.
came out for one of her
2.
squats, all smiles as well. Not feeling any pressure here. They're taking out the blocks.
Oh,
Helps some of the lifters with shorter legs in their setup.
Good lift on 2.
Bars loaded. Too much, Sandra. Let's fire this one up now.
Bar goes to 55 kilos. Alina Lasamahina.
Straightening
from
the bar
Russia.
just the way she likes it.
Bar loaded on 2.
Digging in her heels for the fight. You're allowed to keep setting up until you get that start command. And there it is.
Press. Yeah.
Sandra Tran.
And just like that, she should have picked up another 5 kilo, and she does.
The lift is good. More than 88 pounds.
Now, Sandra is by far the smallest lifter, but there is no class lower than the 43 kilo class, despite her weighing in at 30, just a little over 37 kilo.
Bar station staying for Olivia.
Can't really use the term David and Goliath matchup here. That'd be a bit of an exaggeration. There's no Goliaths in this lineup, but Sandra Tran is definitely, if you're going by body weight, the underdog. And who doesn't love an underdog? Now, Natalia from Russia, jumping up 2.5 kilo.
No lift on 2 for Olivia.
Wide based out. You see her set herself into place.
Bar 2.
1 foot a little different than the other. Not all that uncommon to see. It's often a lifter will have one side tighter than the other.
Loaded on 2.
3 white lights. And Dariya from the Ukraine, jumping up 5 kilo to 52.5 kilos, being loaded on the bar for her second attempt. This would, at least at the moment, move her into second place. Bridging high up onto her traps,
She locks it out.
getting as big an arch as possible,
3 white lights.
basing out her legs.
Press.
Nicely done.
Christina
Lift
Popova.
is good on platform 1.
Bar loaded on 2. Christina Popova. 60.5. This is
The
a
local
record
lifter
attempt.
from Belarus, looking to nudge herself ahead from the rest of the pack by 2.5 kilo.
For Christina
Jumping up 5 kilo from her opener. There'll be 55 kilo loaded on the bar.
Belarus, 55 kilos.
Now, it looks like the Ukrainian is going to attempt 55 kilo in her last lift. The lifter from Belarus weighed in slightly less.
Christina Popova.
So if she hits this, she'll have secured the gold medal in the bench competition, because in the bench event, in every event,
Moved up
tie goes to the lighter lifter.
from her opening attempt.
Easy. Looks at plenty more kilo left in the tank.
Oh, that looked easy. Put some weight on the bar.
Moving back into the 47 kilo class, Alyssa from the US,
World record for Christina
jumping up 5 kilo from her
Popova.
opener, a 60 kilo second attempt.
Boss loaded.
Bars loaded. Elisa Mirasol.
Leah
Should be noted,
Baeva.
all lifters in the 47 kilo class are opening above their body weight.
Bar loaded on 2. Kazakhstan followed Kazakhstan.
Start. Press. Yeah.
Straight bar path there.
Mirasol, the bench is good.
3 white lights.
Mirasol.
And good lift for.
Taking a look, some people like a straight bar path on the bench.
Now go to
Some people
our
like the bar path to have a bit of an arch
Loaded.
on platform 2.
as it touches down just below the chest.
Bella
And as it rises to move closer and closer to the re-rack, Tatiana from Belarus, 2.5 kilo jump. Also going to attempt 60 kilo.
Bars loaded. 45 kilos.
Start. Tres.
Fast descent. The bar slows a little, but she gets it.
Lift is good.
3 white lights. If we see a replay here, no. So Sabrina Shaw of Great Britain, also going to attempt 60 kilo.
And no lift on platform 2.
Bars loaded. Platform 1. Great Britain.
A 2.5 kilo increase. The way she handled 7.5. I don't expect a major fight here.
From Poland.
But 2.5 kilo is a lot when you're a 47 kilo lifter, and it's the bench press event. High bridge right onto the traps.
Start. Tres. Down.
Just to be expected, just a smooth second attempt. 3 white lights, no questions there.
3 white lights.
And no lift on platform 2.
Take another shot here. Never really has a breakdown in form.
Marisol.
Picks up another 2.5 kilo towards her total. And Clara from Denmark
Coached by Christina.
looking to nudge ahead of the pack with a 62.5 kilo second attempt.
Start. Tres. Down.
Oh, there's a moment of hesitation near the lockout, but she looks like she might have it.
Platform 2.
Judges agree, 2 white lights.
Bars loaded.
50 kilos.
Yeah, you see the bar kind of shifted a little prematurely towards
Loaded on 2.
the neckline, but she's able to muscle her way through it. Alexandra from Australia, also attempting 62.5 kilo. Same weight, but she weighs fractionally more, and as I said earlier, the tie goes to the lighter lifter.
Start. Tres.
Wow, she moves it very easily. Looks like she had plenty more gas left in the tank
Lift for Ali is good.
as the Australian lifter picks up some easy kilos.
Elisa Ukraine. Russia. 70 kilos on the bar.
Russia and Russia.
Alina and Elisa.
Now
Russia
70 kilos being loaded on the bar for Alyssa from Russia. Another 2.5 kilo increase.
Bars loaded.
Bars loaded, platform 1. Here comes Elisa Ukraine, Russia. Loaded on 2, Alina. Elisa on 1, Alina on 2. Russia, Russia.
This would temporarily move her into second place in the bench press event, but still got 2 other lifters to go.
Tres.
She nails it fairly easily.
No lift on 1, no lift on 2, good lift on 1.
Take another look here. You see the leg drive kick in.
1, Ekaterina Akiva, Russia.
And Duran from France, a 9-year veteran, despite only being a junior, is going to take a 5 kilo increase from her opening weight.
Bars loaded on 1. Andrea Durant.
Just going over where she would like the bar to rest at. Looks like with the chalk, she may have actually marked it over her torso where she wants the bar to be.
Lift is not good on platform.
Believe me, it can make all the difference if you get a proper lift off or a lift off that takes you out of position. High arch, setting up with the bridge right onto her traps.
Start. Press.
Wow.
Down.
Lift is good.
Might have even been, she's fiery. It might have actually been even a shorter range of motion. Look at that from this angle. You might have 2 inches range of motion right there. Just capitalizing on her ability to get that arch. And the Ukrainian is going to go for a world record attempt and only her second bench. 80 kilo being loaded on the bar.
Junior, thank you. World record. Platform bars loaded on 2. Brianna Morrison, bars loaded.
It's a 5 kilo increase.
Bars not loaded on 2. We don't have the blocks yet. World record. Violeta Chipotar, Ukraine, world record attempt.
Will she be caught reaching? Should she have waited for a third attempt?
Bars loaded on 2.
Oh, apparently not. Moves it with ease, and that is a world record in only her second attempt on the bench press.
Ukraine.
Assuring herself of the gold medal. Take another shot at this. Moved fairly smoothly. Moving back to the 43 kilo class. Zamula from Ukraine. Moving up 2.5 kilo to a 40 kilo third attempt.
World sub-junior record coming up on platform 2. Bars loaded on 1. Zamula, Ukraine, 40 kilos. Bars loaded on 2. Olga, Russia. World sub-junior record. 61 kilos on the bar.
Zamula looking to go 3 for 3 here.
0.5 pounds. Russia, Olga.
Start. Press.
Oh, no.
No lift on 1.
You know, sometimes you see the lifter actor just shake their head. No. If you keep fighting and you know it's not there, you're just going to spend money out of the budget, and you only have so much in there.
No lift on 2.
Save it for the dead. Yeah, her butt came right off the bench. It was a lost cause as soon as that happened. The judges were never going to white light that. And Sandra Tran from the U.S. jumping up 2.5 kilo from her second attempt to 45 kilo loaded on the bar. She's going to try to equal her previous personal best.
Bars loaded on. You ready on 1, Vicky? Sorry. Oh, blocks.
Now, if Sandra's feeling any pressure here, she's not showing it. Usually has a smile as she hits the platform. Blocks getting laid out for her.
Bars loaded on 1.
Sandra, more than 5 kilo,
Sandra.
not pounds, kilo,
No lift.
less than some of the other competitors.
Christina Popova, for Christina Popova.
Giving up a considerable size disadvantage.
Start. Press.
But not lifting like it.
Sandra Tran, that's 99
Nice 45 kilo bench, 3 white lights. And Sandra goes 3 for 3 in the bench.
Good for Sandra.
And you can't wipe that smile off her face. Take another look here.
All right, bars loaded. Avaya
Nice press. Fights through the midpoint.
Bars loaded on 1.
Natalia from Russia. 2.5 kilo
Alavi
increase.
From Iran. Majid Alavi from Iran. Report to the weigh-in room.
Already has the bronze medal in this event locked up.
To the weigh-in room. Igor Shilotov.
But she is battling head-to-head with the lifter from Belarus. In terms of the projected totals, to become the world champion. Oh, she could use those kilos. She might have it. An uneven lockout, but the judges might give it to her. She looks happy, and they do.
Bars loaded for Nicole.
With a race this tight, 2.5 kilo, you will fight for everyone. Look at that uneven lockout, but she never quits, sticks with it.
I thought she was on platform 1. There we go. Denisa Turkova.
She knows what those 2.5 kilo mean. Now the Ukrainian also looking at another 2.5 kilo to her total.
Loaded on platform 1.
Already the silver medalist in the bench press event.
Is she going at the end of the round or what?
Start. Press.
Slow controlled descent, no.
No lift.
Doesn't get it much off the chest. And the spotters do a good job here jumping in. See, it comes up about an inch and drops, and the spotters grab it.
Bars loaded.
Now the Belarus lifter,
2. Thank you, Dennis.
Bars loaded.
Vola,
Bars loaded on platform 1.
has that gold medal in the bench press already in hand, but this 2.5 kilo
1.
is going to help build that total. She is in a neck-and-neck battle with the Russian lifter.
Platform 2 from Belarus.
Her and her coaching staff know this. Would love nothing more to keep that world championship in Belarus. Easy bench there. Wow.
Lift is good on 1. Lift is good on 2.
Plenty more left in her. Look how easily she just keeps that gold medal for the bench press event. Another 2.5 kilo towards her total. And Alyssa from US, we're going to move back in the 47 kilo class. We'll take a run at 62.5 kilo. This is going to tie her previous personal best.
Elisa Mirasol, USA, 62.5 kilos. Lift is good on 2. Natasha, Belarus. Look up for Britain Hamilton, USA.
Yeah, see, the elbows are a little out. But it looks like she's going to stick it out. Wow.
And Alyssa Marisol.
A good fight. She scraps for it, but she picks it up. 2.5 kilo towards her total. Goes 3 for 3 in the bench press event. You see right here, the elbows are already pretty flared out. Makes it kind of hard to fight, but she's got plenty of fight in her. And locks it out. 62.5 kilos are going to stay on the bar. Tatiana Damashna from Belarus.
Hamilton, Canada, on 2. Lift is good.
Now these lifters with the aggressive arches need to keep their feet planted. Whoa, her elbows are way out, almost going towards her ears here. She's going to be stalled.
No lift on.
And it's a no lift. Look at the smile on the back. A little bit of showmanship. Take a little replay. Her elbows flare way out, even past shoulder height. Very difficult to regain the press after that. Sabrina Shaw looking to move ahead a little here. She's also going to attempt 62.5 kilo.
Loaded on 2, on 1. Lift is good on 2. Loaded for Fanny on 1, on 2. Lamining.
Propping up with an aggressive arch. Getting right onto her traps. Gonna lower her lower body down to the bench. Set it where she wants and then settle her feet. Whoa, and she sticks it out. 3 for 3 in the bench, I'm assuming. And it is.
Lift is good for Great Britain. Great Britain.
See how wide that base is. The leg drive comes in and the bar just fires off the chest.
Loaded on 2. Gisodi, Febro.
And Clara from Denmark
A world
with a
record
65 kilo third attempt.
for Nauru. 100 kilos. Bars loaded on 1. Clara
This would move
Marisol,
Clara into 4th place in the
Denmark.
bench press event.
This is just about twice her body weight on the bench. Nauru.
Gets the lift off. Oh, it's a fight. No, it already came back down.
Clara, lift is not good.
Just 2.5 kilo too much. You see here the bar went up and back down. And for all intents and purposes, the attempt was over right there. The judges were never going to give it to her. And Alexandra from Australia taking a 5 kilo jump.
Ali, Australia, Ali.
You don't always see that in the bench press event for this 47 kilo class women.
I'm over here. Loaded, platform 2. Denisa Turkova, Czechia.
Whoa. Oh, she might actually gut it out. Wow. Stalled an inch over her chest, but muscled it through. 3 white lights and an excellent fight.
Crikey, mate, the lift is good.
Claire's happy with it. Take a look at the stall right here, right off the chest. It did look like she's going to get it, but she keeps fighting and pushing through. And 5 extra kilo goes towards her total.
R1, and we're loading bar 2 for Natasha Toy.
Alyssa from Russia. 7.2.5 loaded on the bar.
Here comes Toy from Belarus. 45 kilos on the bar.
No. Just a little too heavy for her. She's still going to walk away with that bronze medal in the bench press event.
1.
And 77.5 kilo getting loaded on the bar for Andrea from France.
Yeah, lift was good.
Now, Andrea is in the middle of a hunt here.
Loaded, platform
She is well within reason of walking away as a world champion, but she's going to need these kilos. 2.5 kilo jump from her second attempt here. She looks fired up and fiery. It will not be from lack of effort if she doesn't get this. Psyching herself up.
Belarus, 3 whites.
Feet set. Gets the lift off.
Start. Rest.
Whoa! Oh no, was there an up down at the very end at the lockout?
No, she did not get an elbow lockout.
Yeah.
I believe. Vicky, no elbow lockout.
Little problem there. You're going to see if we have the replay.
Up and down on the bar.
There was some up and down on that bar. The elbow didn't really lock out. And we have a world record attempt here by Violetta, the Ukrainian. Just a 2 kilo jump. When it's a world record, you're allowed to chip the current world record. You do not have to take a 2.5 kilo increase.
World record, chipping the bar to 82 kilos.
And as I said before, now Violetta is in contention to become the overall world champion at the 47 kilo class. So if she gets this could be the 2 kilos that makes a difference. More than just the world record, more than just the gold medal in the bench press event. There is a bigger picture here. A lot riding on one bench press. And they're just loading on the chips right now. You know, these precious half a minute feels like forever when you're the lifter.
Bars loaded. World
She's ready.
record on 2. World record on 1. Give me a round of applause for Violetta. World record attempt.
Violetta of the Ukraine. Setting up what may be a historic bench press attempt.
Bars loaded.
Set herself in.
Fanning.
Feet in place. Wow. And a nice effort, just a slight pause in the midpoint. Picks up a gold medal in the bench, possibly foreshadowing what's to come with the total. A world record in the bench. And starts making a gap between herself and the rest of the pack. She is 10 kilo ahead after 2 events from the next closest lifter. But anything can happen come this deadlift event.
This is a sub-junior lifter.
Now we're going to move into the 52 kilo class.
An open world record attempt
And
on platform
Victoria
2.
from Lithuania will start us off with 52.5 kilos.
This is a sub-junior about to bench an open world record. The bar is loaded. Give me a round of applause for Naru. $105.5 kilos, 232.6.
Pretty smooth and easy, exactly what you would expect from a bench opener.
105.5 kilos.
No need to take any risks. Just get yourself on the board.
Loaded on 1. And the lift is good.
And Christina from the Ukraine, also going to open with 52.5 kilo. Sorry, from the Belarus, the local lifter, also opening with 52.5 kilo. Easy, smooth opener there.
Christina. Thank you, young lady. Here comes Maria Suna, Ukraine. Bars loaded for Turkova, Czechia, 37.5 kilos.
And Maria from Ukraine with another 62.5 kilo opener. With the spotters and loaders increasing the bar 10 kilo.
Bars not loaded yet. I didn't say loaded. Bars loaded.
And the Ukrainian wants to add some kilos to the total because she is definitely in contention for a medal and hitting the podium.
Natasha Thorpe.
Easy, smooth lift there. Depending on how the deadlift event goes, she definitely is within shot of a silver. The bronze looks more and more assured. But here, Nicola from Canada is our gold medal favorite. Don't want to get too ahead of ourselves. Huge jumps can happen in the deadlift event. These projected totals are based off of the subtotal that we've already seen
Bars loaded on one.
from the squat, and if everyone nails their openers in the bench and the deadlift. But some people like to open light in the deadlift event and take big jumps.
Belarus.
Canadian starting off with 67.5 kilo. Moves very smoothly. And Nicola's on the board. You see the leg drive come in. The hips are allowed to move, but you got to maintain contact with the bench. If the butt comes off the bench, it'll be a failed lift. Oksana from Ukraine, a 70 kilo opener.
Comes Hamilton. Bars loaded. 57.5 kilos.
Setting her traps, lowers herself to the bench, then the feet.
That is so harsh. You drive a truck under that. Wow.
Nice, smooth, easy opener.
The lift is good.
And she's on the board. That's all an opener's supposed to do.
And another beautiful lift over here for Britt.
Jennie Lee from the U.S.
Bars loaded, platform 2. Anastasia.
Opening was 75 kilo.
The only one left standing in St. Petersburg back in the
And
day.
just looking ahead at the projected totals, Jennie is definitely in a position to be scrapping it out for a medal.
Platform 1, Jennie Lee, 75 kilos on the bar.
Wide base with the feet. Now her feet have to stay flat with the floor. They cannot be arched a little off the ground. Oh, no.
No lift on one.
And this is where things get a little bit interesting. Let's see what happens here.
Bars loaded,
Wow, the hip drive comes in.
family diamond in.
She looks a little upset. Total right now is in jeopardy. She needs an opener,
Bars loaded.
and she is one of the medal favorites.
Stenberg, Norway.
Now, does she come back and attempt that opener one more time? It looks like she is. And you know, it wasn't part of the plan to have 75 kilo, which was her opening weight, as her second attempt. It'd be interesting to see if she hits it and what she will choose for her third attempt. The Norwegian opening was 77.5 kilo. Oh no. Another failed opening attempt.
Ladies and gentlemen, here we go again. Here we go again.
She doesn't look nearly as rattled by it
110
as Lee from US did.
This is 2.2 times her body weight on the bench.
Here she's already smiling about it. So maybe she knows what she did wrong and is confident she's going to make the adjustments.
This is an open world record. This is also, in addition to a 3-lift competition,
Still remaining in the 52 kilo class, Christina from Belarus attempting a 55 kilo second attempt.
She's right, it's everything. It's sub-junior, junior, open, 3-lift, single, bars loaded.
Christina had bought herself a little bit of insurance here when she got her 52.5 kilo opener. Now's really the time you can start getting a little more daring. Now's the time you can start playing with some chances.
Belarus, 55 kilos on the bar, platform 1.
She's guaranteed to move on into the deadlift event. And that's only going to help her move forward with an extra 2.5 kilo.
Look at the arch this girl gets.
See the bar path, straight up, straight down. Flaunting a little bit of mobility there.
And the lift is...
And Victoria from Lithuania will jump up 5 kilo. And that's a pretty big jump. And that's what you're able to do when you open well within reason. Get yourself on the board. The second and third attempts is when you can start taking risks. Oh, it looks like it might be just a little too much for her. Oh, she looks a little unhappy about that, but she gets it off the chest, but around the midpoint, it's just a little too much. Now, here's the thing. When you got an arch that pronounced, the longer you strain, the more you're straining those back muscles. And you can gain a lot more ground in the deadlift event than you can the bench event. You don't want to chase bad money. Maria from Ukraine taking a 7.5 kilo jump. These are big jumps for 52 kilo women in the bench press event.
Marissa Suna.
Suna from the Ukraine. Well, the gamble was worth it. That's 7.5 kilo. And it is a tight race to get on the podium, and she is definitely one of the contenders for that. Some people, some coaching staff subscribe to the notion, open light, make it as light as an opener or as light as a warm-up. And judging by the 7.5 kilo jump that she just nailed, that's the approach they took. Now, Nicola from Canada taking a much more conservative 2.5 kilo jump. Nicola is one of the favorites to walk away the world champion. But we do have a couple other lifters who will be neck and neck with her. Wow. 2.5 kilo increase does not slow down the bar.
2 to 1, Nicola.
And the Canadian walks away. 3 white lights. Now the Ukrainian right now is resting in the projected very close to the Canadian, within 5 kilo. And she is taking a 5 kilo jump between her first and second attempts on the bench. So we're looking at these girls being neck and neck already. Now big jumps can happen in the deadlift. But if it stays this tight, it will come down to the final deadlift to decide the world champion. And looking at their deadlift openers, again, they're neck and neck. Looks like it might be quite the battle. Gets the lift off. This is precious 5 kilos here. Whoa, she sticks it through. No question on the lockout. 3 white lights, that's 5 more kilos. It's a big jump to add in the bench press event. Covering some good ground with only her second attempt. Now, it was a bit of a struggle. How much more she's going to add for her third attempt, I'm not sure. And Jennie Lee, the American who had missed her 75 kilo opener. The 2 ladies with the biggest openers both missed, and I'm not entirely sure whether it was just a technical thing they could change or whether just opening a little too high. But Jennie Lee is a medal favorite. She's going over the liftoff. Perhaps that's all it was. She did look a little upset after she missed her opener. Looked back, gave a point, perhaps indicating she didn't like the liftoff. Pay attention to her feet. They got to stay planted. Wow, okay. As long as her feet stay planted and flat, yep, 3 white lights, and she's on the board. Take a look at here. It was work, but fairly smooth.
Bars loaded, stand ready.
Perhaps all the adjustments needed was the handoff to be exactly where she needed it. And it might also be the same case with the Norwegian, who's definitely going over the liftoff with the spotters and loaders. Keep in mind as well, there's always a language barrier here. This is an international event.
2. Deadlift now.
Let's see if this is where she wanted it. Yup. Moves smooth and easy, and that would be why she hopped up off the bench smiling after missing the first attempt. She knew she had it, just needed the right handoff, and she'd be fine. And nobody is in jeopardy of bombing out anymore. Now, Victoria from Lithuania had missed 57.5 kilo in her second attempt. She's going to retake it here for her third.
Bars loaded, platform 2.
It appears as though this is well under her personal best.
Deanna Morrison on 2. Victoria. Nicole Lenkaiti.
But as we've seen, there's a lot of factors in play here.
Morrison with a strong lockout and a lot of flowing hair.
Gets the lift off. No, looks like it's just going to be a little too much for her today.
Lift is not good.
She did secure herself an invite to the deadlift event with that opener.
Loaded, Olga, platform 2, 100 kilos.
And she's going to move forward with a 52.5 kilo opener towards her total. Now the bar is going to be loaded. Actually, the bar is going to remain 57.5 kilo for the local lifter, Christina, taking a 2.5 kilo increase. She hasn't missed the bench yet.
Belarus.
She's got a little smile on her face. She doesn't look all that concerned about it. Let's see.
And the lift for the Russian on 2 is good. 3 white lights. The lift is good.
Start. Press.
Whoa, her elbows are way out. It's going to be very difficult to press something like that.
100 kilos. Belarus, no lift.
You see on the slow-mo replay, her elbows shoot way out. Actually, they descent into that position. Very difficult to regain your form once that happens to you.
Bars loaded. Bars.
And Nicola from Canada, a 2.5 kilo increase.
Alina, Russia, bars loaded.
Boss started.
Bars loaded on 1. Canada.
Currently resting in 4th place for the bench press.
Pavilyaniti,
But no doubt Nicola is looking ahead,
72.5 kilos.
building her total.
Lift is good.
Nicola is
3 white
currently, in terms of the subtotal, 5 kilo behind the American. Nope, not
lights.
going
No
to
lift
happen.
on 1.
5 kilo behind the American, but she's opening with 20 kilo heavier in her deadlift. So look for that 5 kilo lead held by the American to quickly disappear once the deadlift event starts.
On 1, Ukraine, 77.5 kilos. Bars loaded.
Oksana from Ukraine, a 2.5 kilo jump. 75 kilo was a bit of a fight.
107.5 on the bar.
We'll see if she can add another 2.5
Bars
kilo.
loaded. Oksana, 77.5 kilos. Platform.
If she
1.
gets this, it'll inch her slightly closer. She has the biggest deadlift
Bars loaded.
opener from the pack,
Platform 2. Lift was good on 2. Bars loaded.
and in the
Olivia,
projected totals would bring her within 2.5 kilo of the lead.
107.5. Kayoski.
Start. Press.
Oh, she might have it. Oh, she locks it out. It's a struggle. 2 whites, it's all she needs. And she knows what that means. Her coach knows what that means.
Bars loaded.
She's covering ground and making a statement be known. She's in a hunt for the world championships here. The Norwegian,
Bars loaded on 2.
2.5 kilo jump, missed her opener.
Lift is not
All
good
smiles,
on 1.
wasn't
No
rattled
lift.
at all, still all smiles. Nailed the same weight in her second attempt. Decided to only take a 2.5 kilo increase.
Kasumi Hamada, Japan. What kind of record is this? We got another world record. Sub-junior world record for us? Sub-junior world record coming up on platform 2.
Start.
Gets a start command.
111.5
Oh, comes off the chest fairly easily. I'm guessing the 80 kilos
The lift is good.
would have been her second attempt had she got her opener. And she likely would have went a little heavier in her third,
Boss started.
Bars loaded on
but
2.
did not want to gamble.
Bars loaded on 1. Jennie Lee, 80 kilos.
That 80 kilo press right there has her in position for the gold, and due to her body weight, even if Jennie Lee gets this, weighing in slightly more, the Norwegian is going to walk away with the bench press gold medal. But no doubt, Jennie Lee is looking past the bench press gold medal, and looking at her total,
Start.
a nice 5 kilo can really help out.
Press.
Looks like it's going to be just a little too much.
No lift on 2. Give her a round of applause.
And Jennie Lee finishing off with just 1 out of 3 benches. Now looking ahead, it looks as though the Canadian holding firm in her position. She's finishing off with the subtotals in second place, but as soon as she hits her deadlift opener, she'll quickly jump to the front of the pack. By no means a sure thing. We've seen so many times some people open in the deadlift far less than their full capabilities. It's going to be a scrap for all 3 weight classes. Make sure you don't go anywhere. We're going to leave for 5 minutes and come right back to see the conclusion of the 47, 43, and 52 kilo junior women's class.
112. And the lift is good.
Boss loaded.
Bars loaded, platform 1, first lifter. Bars loaded on 2, Popova, 105 kilos. First lifter on 1.
Down.
Lift is good on 1.
Same comment.
Is good on 2.
We're in the 43 kilo class. And Dariya from Ukraine is going to open up with 90 kilo on the bar.
Lift is good on 2. Bar is loaded on 1. Vicky, loaded on 1. Dariya, start the new clock, Boris, Sasha. Bar is loaded on 2.
Dariya taking a wide sumo
Alina,
stance.
Russia.
Came off the floor quick. Looked like a small hesitation about midpoint. You know, I'm not a big fan about wearing those knee sleeves. See if it catches it all with the gnarling. It's going to slow it down. 90 kilos, so she secured a total.
USA, 97.5 kilos.
And Sandra Tran of the U.S. has got 97.5 kilo loaded on the bar.
And the lift is
Boss
good,
loaded.
2-1. Bar is loaded on 1. Sandra Tran. Sasha, 1 minute on the clock, please. Or does she get 5?
Sandra Tran coming in at just 37.29 kilos. A little hip pump action and small hesitation at the top, but moved very quickly off the ground. 3 white lights.
Lift is good, platform 1.
Take a look here. She pumps the hips and weight flies off. And she was smiling even as she locked it out.
Lift is good.
Just enjoying the moment. Now, Alexandra from Australia. Do not look for any smiles from Alexandra. All business. 97.5 kilo opener.
Bars loaded on 2.
Hip pump. Weight flies up. No major fight. And she's on the board.
Lift is good on 1.
3 whites.
For Ali. Loaded up for Yermalitskaya, Belarus, platform 1.
Sometimes when you see the lifters do a little hip bump, now the weight is dead weight on the floor. So sometimes the lifter will load up the lats, load up the hips, do a little hip bump to create a little bit of momentum to break the inertia of the weight off the ground, get the weight moving, and then from there, continue the pull. Vola from Belarus, 110 kilo loaded on the bar for her opener.
Loaded, platform 1.
Once she hits this, she's quickly going to move into the lead. And she does it easily.
Lift is good on platform 1, loaded on 2.
Boss loaded.
3 white lights, and just like that, she takes the lead. And that's the advantages of a big deadlifter. You also have the advantage, the bar only gets heavier, it never gets lighter. So if you got the biggest deadlift, you get to go last. 110 kilo by the Russian lifter as well. If you got the biggest deadlift, you get to lift last and have the opportunity to see whatever weight you have to load on the bar to win. You can have the bar loaded, and you're allowed 2 weight changes in the deadlift event.
All right, here we go. This is a sub-junior bars loaded.
So
on
all
1
lifters
for
have
Denmark.
60 seconds after their successful or failed attempt to hand in what their next attempt's going to be. But in the deadlifts, you do have an opportunity to change that twice.
This is a sub-junior world record. center.
There's a
She holds the
successful
record at 1 bars,
pull
lift
by
off,
the American,
103.
3 white
She
lights.
holds the record at 115.
Gets on the board.
And she's now taking it up
See
5
a shot
kilos
at
to
this.
120.
Hips come through. Nice steady lockout. No major strain.
No lift. Give her a round of applause for that attempt.
And Sabrina from the Great Britain.
Bars loaded for Sabrina Shaw. Great
112.5 kilo opener.
Platform 1. Eric Rupp is in the house.
Plenty of baby powder. The baby powder is used to help slick up the bar path
Loaded. Platform 2. Are we ready?
for less friction.
Bars loaded.
There's
Platform
gnarling
2,
on
go ahead.
that
Bars
bar
loaded.
to help for
Claudia,
grip,
Polska,
but it
120.
works against you
She's looking
if
for
it
the
catches
roll
fabric
record, too.
or
Here comes
skin.
Claudia.
So the baby powder is definitely going to help. Nice lift there.
Oh, different weight class. I'm sorry.
Sabrina has very good form, a good technician.
Oh, Claudia in the 47 kilo
Few
weight
notes
class,
to make
the lift is
in
good.
terms of what she could do to improve. That's just textbook sumo lifting right there.
All right,
Violetta
Kazakhstan
from the
on
Ukraine,
2.
115
We're going to
kilo
Kishkin
opener.
Bayev, from Kazakhstan.
She nails this,
Bars loaded.
and she
Field
will be in the
Ukraine,
lead
115 on the bar.
with a 317 total.
97.5
Still got
kilos for
2 more
Alaya,
rounds of deadlifting to go.
Kazakhstan.
Things can shake up. Only the openers. But she'll be leading the pack. Nails it easy. Struts off as if there was never any doubt, and you're going to see why. As soon as she's in place, that bar moves. Never slowing down at any point. And Tatiana from Belarus, the local lifter, will attempt 120 kilo.
Bars loaded. Alaya, Kazakhstan. Bars loaded. Platform 1. Belarus, Tatiana.
Tatiana also taking the sumo stance.
This is good on 2.
Bar moves nice. Should be 3 white lights.
Lift is good on 1.
And she has secured her total
Yeah.
at the IPF World Championships.
Bars loaded. Brianna Morrison. Come on, Bree.
Now, Alyssa from Russia will attempt 122.5 kilo.
Brianna Morrison. The lift is good, and that puts her in the bronze medal
And
position.
Alyssa looks like she might finish outside of medals in terms of the total, but certainly within reason to grab a medal here in the deadlift event. Kind of a hybrid stance,
Change. Boris says there's a
neither
change.
full sumo
1-1-2 change.
nor conventional. 3 white lights.
Lift is good on 1.
Yeah, a little bit of teetering to get that bar off the ground.
Is currently in 4th place. She's trying to overtake Brianna Morrison to get onto the platform with a bronze medal. She needs to pull 107.
Andrea Durant of France. Now she's opening with 125 kilo. If she hits this, she will slightly nudge ahead against the Ukrainian with 0.5 kilo on her total.
Bars loaded on 2. This is Christina.
Literally 0.5 kilo.
Let me hear you.
Wow, she's worked up into a frenzy. Almost emotional about this deadlift opener.
And she pulls
Stark
for
contrast to the Ukrainian in her
bronze
approach.
medal.
Gets the lockout now.
Platform
She's
one, low
zero,
lift is
just
good.
full of fire. This one, just 0.5 kilo in the lead right now. With 2 more attempts to go, a lot of ground can happen. But it is going to be a battle in the women's 47 junior. Look at her unclasp that belt with anger. Alyssa from USA. Elisa Mirasol will open with 137.5 kilo on the bar.
Loaded 1, Elisa Mirasol.
A good 12.5 kilo more than anybody else. Definitely a favorite to walk away with the gold medal in the deadlift event. Wide sumo stance here. You see all the baby powder all over the legs, minimizing any friction the bar will take on its way up. Sets the lats, sits back, and the bar easily rolls up the legs. Nice lockout.
2, 1. Mirasol lift is good.
3 whites.
Bars loaded.
Very efficient lifting.
Come on now, let's get behind Hamada. She needs
We're going to move back to the 43 kilo class.
Come on, Japan. More.
Dariya of Ukraine has jumped up 7.5 kilo.
Boss loaded.
Bars loaded on 1.
And this 7.5 kilo jump could establish her as a bronze medal favorite.
Give her a round of applause for that attempt.
Wow. Now that moved like an opener right there. Plenty left in the tank. And if she's fighting for that bronze, look for her to see what she has to lift and put it on the bar for a medal. The Ukrainian with 100 kilo loaded on the bar.
Boss
Bars
loaded.
loaded on 1, says Vicky.
Zamula looking to add another 5 kilo to her total.
Liubo, Zamula, 100 kilos, platform 1. We're loading the bar for Olivia Kioski.
Also moves like an opener.
This is good on platform 1.
3 white lights. Now if we see a replay, it looks like the bar not always snug against her body. Her knees are a little bit forward. Sandra Tran, USA, popping another 5 kilo on there. Whoa, a little bit of a sticking point at that lockout. She loves it though.
Lift is no, up and down on the bar.
3 white
Up and
lights.
down on the bar. A blue card.
I'm predicting if she's going to fail, it'll likely be at the lockout. See how fast it moves off the ground and right there. Last inch, but she gets her shoulders back and flashes the smile we've seen all day. Back in the 47 kilo class, the Australian lifter Alexandra taking a 10 kilo jump.
Ukraine 115.
She's all business as she fires herself up.
Bars loaded platform 1, 107. Ali. Come on, Ali. No lift on 2. Give her a round of applause. This is anybody's game.
Little hip pump.
47 kilo weight class, sub-junior
Bar
category.
never really losing speed.
Crikey, Ali, crikey. The lift is good.
3 white lights, and she looks like she has plenty left in the tank for a sizable jump in her 3rd and final deadlift.
All right, we got a sub-junior world
Textbook
record coming up.
conventional pull. Locks the lats, pulls back the shoulders, hip pump,
Bar is
bar comes off the ground and never loses speed. Natalia from Russia. We're back in the 43 kilo class, and she will attempt 115 kilo
Give me a round of applause
for her second attempt.
Alina, Russia.
Boss loaded.
Bars loaded on 1. Natalia, Russia, also 115. No 0.5 though.
Now Natalia currently sitting in second place. Oh, it slows at the lockout, but she gets it, leaning way back. 3 white lights. She's just looking to increase the gap between her and the Ukrainian.
All right, they're looking to take it up from 150.
Ukrainian just right on her heels, trying to snag that medal.
The previous record by almost 5 kilos.
And here is Vola from Belarus,
This
currently in the lead for the gold medal.
His bar is loaded for a world record attempt, 120 kilos. Here we go.
Gets a nice smooth, wow, there's plenty left in the tank there. 3 white lights.
Lift is good on 1.
You know, it's difficult. Once somebody gets the lead, if they're the biggest deadlifter of the pack, it becomes a tougher and tougher proposition for anybody to take that lead away from her. Belarus lifter looking more and more of a lock for the 43 kilo world championships. Now Clara from Denmark, a 17.5 kilo jump. That's a pretty big jump for this body weight, but handles it well and smooth.
Lift on platform 1 is good. Now the Russian
Takes 3 white lights, looks back at the judges with a nod.
She is pulling
You see
for
right here, the bar never really slows down. Sticks the lockout, doesn't lean back any further than she has to. If you lean back further than you need, and you need only be straight up with your shoulders back, you're actually in danger of opening those knees up. Sabrina from the UK, 5 kilo jump.
And Polska was waiting by the expediter table to turn in a change. Chief referee platform 2, we have a change. They're taking it up to 132.5.
See, not a lot of grip there on the gnarling.
Junior world record and the gold medal by body weight. This is for all the marbles.
Sits back, whoa, slow off the ground, but quick as soon as she breaks it. That should be 3 white lights, and it is. If we get a slow-mo there was some hesitation breaking that off the ground, but once it does, flies up the rest of the way right into the lockout.
The world record.
Violetta from the Ukraine,
Bars loaded.
jumping up
Give me a round of
10
applause
kilo.
for Polska.
Boss loaded.
Now she's currently trailing the French lifter only by 0.5 kilo. And if she nails this deadlift, if both of those ladies nail their deadlifts, she's going to move ahead by 5 kilo. And nail it she does with relative ease. Plenty left in the tank. And I'm suspecting
Lift is good on 1.
she's going to put in a placeholder deadlift number. Try to afford herself being able to see what she needs to pull for the win, and that's exactly what she's going to do.
Let's go to our next flight. No more changes in the next flight.
Tatiana
Bars loaded.
Damashina
Platform
from Belarus,
2.
jumping up
Bars
7.5
loaded.
kilo.
Platform 1. Tatiana Damashina.
Local crowd fired up, showing support. Whoa, slows right down the lockout, but she does get it. Should be good for 3 white lights, and she has it. You gotta ask, how many more kilos does she have in the tank? That was a mighty struggle at the top.
Bars loaded for Alyssa, Russia. Bars
The
loaded.
Russian Alyssa.
Natasha, Belarus. Bars loaded.
5 kilo
Natasha,
increase.
Belarus, 95 kilos.
A
Belarus,
unique
platform 2.
setup here. Oh, I don't know if that bar went up and down or not. Not sure how the judges are going to score that one, and they don't like it.
No lift on 1. Up and down on the bar.
I think I'm going to have to agree with the judges here. Now
Lift
here
on 2 is good.
is Andrea Durant from France. A 5 kilo jump. If she hits this, she'll be trailing the Ukrainian
Loaded.
by only 5 kilo.
Loaded on 2.
No, 4.5 kilo.
Due
Due to that 0.5 she got from the world record. Her first attempt might have been the hardest opener we've seen. I expect her to have this one, but this one will be very telling to see how much she has left in her. I do think she's got a lot of fight, though.
Lift on 2 is good.
Wow, you know what? That might have moved even easier than the opener did. She's just heating up. The more fired up she gets, the quicker the weights move.
Fanny Lymanen, Finland, 125
She just
kilos,
muscles
platform
this
2.
right into the lockout. I got a feeling she's going to tell her coach whatever it takes to get the win, put it on the bar. The Ukrainian is moving the weight so smooth as well. She is also not going to back down. And how they choose their final attempts is going to be very telling. Now, Marissa Marisol from the U.S. with 147.5 kilo second attempt.
Lift is good on. Give me a third leg. Good on 2.
If she hits this, she has just completely moved away that gold medal from anyone else's reach in the deadlift event. 10 kilo jump, her opener moves smooth. I'm expecting her to hit this.
Bars loaded, brim, 125.
Wow.
Lift on 1 is good.
That's a 325-pound pull by a 47-kilo lifter. Well ahead of the other pack when it comes to deadlifting.
Bars loaded, platform 2.
We're going to move back to the 43-kilo class. Dariya from Ukraine, 102.5 kilo being loaded onto the bar for her third and final deadlift.
Anastasia Marasheva, Russia, 130 kilos.
If she hits this, she will be in position for a bronze medal. Now, having said that, Tran of the U.S.
Lift is good.
is actually
platform
within
2.
striking distance.
Bars loaded
If she
on
thinks
1
she has
category.
another 5
Bars
kilo winner,
Ukraine.
Tran temporarily has 110 kilo loaded as her third attempt. There's a pull. Wow. Moved that fairly easily. Might have had a few kilo left.
Bars low.
Will be interesting to see if the American decides to up
42.
her third and final attempt from 110 to 115 and actually make a stab at that bronze medal.
Loaded or not? Bars loaded. All right, bars loaded. Febros, Nauru, 130 kilos.
Zamula from Ukraine, 105 kilo, be loaded on the bar.
Boss loaded.
Loaded on 1. Zamula, Ukraine.
Well over her previous personal best. And nice pull by the Ukrainian.
Oh, that just sealed all those open world bench records right there. 3 white lights, platform 2.
3 white lights.
This is good, platform 1.
Boss loaded.
Bars loaded, 1.
Now Sandra from the U.S. opting to move just 2.5 kilo.
Czechia.
So she won't get that bronze, but whoa, what a fight. Smiles through a fight. Not many people struggle that mightily with a smile on their face. 3 white lights. And it was obviously a well-placed attempt because she had not a single kilo more in her. Look at this. Already starts smiling as she's fighting for it.
Kova on 2, Czechia. Ali on 1, Australia.
And she goes 3 for 3 in the deadlifts. Back to the 47 kilo class.
Good, Czechia.
Alexandra, 115 kilo, loaded on the bar, a 7.5 kilo jump.
Hold on, let's say bars loaded.
She handled 107.5 fairly well.
Boss loaded.
Bars loaded. Ali, Australia.
And not a trace of a smile on Alexandra.
105, platform 2, Natasha.
Grip it tight, keep it close. Big breath.
Keeps her hand on the gnarling.
Dip and pull, pull, pull.
Hip pump, wow, gets it past the knees. Is she gonna lock it out?
Hips so high.
Pushes the hips through, and that should be good. 3 whites.
Ali.
Finishes 3 for 3 in the deadlift. Will she allow herself a smile even now?
Lift is good for Natasha.
Look at the hip pump, locks those lats, and the bar flies off the ground, slows at the lockout, but she will not be denied. A sneer and shows the teeth at the top. Make no mistake, she's a fighter. We're going to go back into the 43 kilo class. 120 kilo being loaded on the bar.
Bars loaded, platform.
The Belarus
1.
lifter. If she hits this, it'll move her total to 270 kilo. And likely out of reach for the Russian. Oh, no, it doesn't look like she's going to get it. And that leaves the door open.
Boss loaded.
Bars
Now, does the
loaded,
Russian
right,
team
platform
decide
1.
they're going to go for the gold?
Platform 2, Nadezhda
Or is that out of
Kova.
reach? They know their lifter best. I'm a little surprised there. Okay, no, they're going to leave the bar loaded at 120. Whoa, it's a little wonky. No.
Platform 1.
And that would be why they left it at 120, but she will walk away the silver medalist.
Silver medal for that young lady.
And the Belarus lifter will walk away the world champion,
Bars loaded. Here comes
with the
Sven
Ukrainian snagging the bronze. Now the bar is going to stay at 120 kilo as we move back into the 47 kilo class.
Sabrina,
And
bars
Sabrina
loaded,
from Great
platform
Britain.
120 kilos.
Looking to finish 3 for 3.
This is good.
Sabrina, probably one of the most technically proficient lifters we've seen in this session, makes next to no mistakes.
Yes, up.
Wow.
Through.
And that should just about do it.
Bars loaded. Platform
Slow off
2,
the floor, but
Hamilton.
once it starts gaining speed, it never
This is
loses
good
it.
for
And 3
Sabrina,
white
platform
lights.
1.
Finishes 3 for 3. Take a look at this back. Hardly even starts to bend. Maintains how straight it is. Hips come through.
Here goes Bree.
And just running a clinic
Double
on how you
overhand
should sumo
hook grip
deadlift.
with Bree. Double overhand. Sumo, double overhand hook grip.
Now
Bree.
Carla from
This is
Denmark.
good.
Another 5 kilo onto her second attempt. The hip pump breaks. Wow, it's a struggle, but she does lock it out. I'd say 3 white lights are coming her way.
Lift is good.
She gets it. Another 3 for 3 in the deadlifts for her. Fighting to get those hips through.
Loading, Feb Rose, 132.5.
She does. Leans back just enough, not overextending to unlock her knees. Now Alyssa from Russia
That's a
having
no
127.5
lift.
kilo
She
loaded on the
beat
bar.
down command.
She had
Did
missed
not
this
wait
on her
for the
second
down
attempt.
command. No lift, yellow card.
This would finish her at a nice 300 kilo total.
Boss loaded.
Bars loaded on 1. Canadian coach, platform 2. Bars loaded, platform 2. Ani wants to see you.
Whoa! She's a little slumped over. It's not a great position to lock it out, but she's got nothing but heart. Oh.
Platform 1, no lift.
Yeah, once that back rounded, the shoulder slumped forward, it was all heart from there. You're going to see out of position right away. And then it was all heart from there, which she has plenty. And almost had it, got it past the knees.
No lift.
But once the bar starts coming up and down, it became a moot point.
Boss loaded.
Now the Ukrainian adding 5 kilo to the bar.
With the left
She
lift,
gets this.
They came and went. 2
She
reps
takes the lead
away.
with 332 kilos as a total.
Bars
The
loaded
door will
on
still
2.
be open for someone to try to take it from her, but she's got to push. Easily locks it out. And now set the marker.
Lift is good.
Anyone else
Platform
wants that
1.
world championship from her. They're going to have to be pushed to the limit in their final dead.
Come on, Turkova.
The hips come through.
Bars loaded 2. 87.5 kilos.
And the French lifter quickly answers back. Her final lift is going to be a 10 kilo increase, and she's going to look to chip the Ukrainian with a 332.5 total if she could get her third and final deadlift.
Turkova. And
Tatiana
Good.
Damashina, from Belarus, has 137.5 kilo. Look at the French lifter in the background. You want to talk about an emotional lifter.
Natasha Thoric, Belarus.
Whoa! Struggles at the feet. Oh!
No lift. Give her a round of applause to that attempt.
She's upset, but she need not be. Had a hell of a day. Look at the struggle to get it
Loaded on
to
2,
the knees.
Natasha, Belarus.
But the back was rounded. The shoulders are forward. It's just too much weight.
All right, come on now.
And
Fox.
here comes Andrea Durant from France. A 10 kilo jump, which is a massive jump at this weight.
Thank you. She is pulling
But she is going.
for.
She wants the gold.
Lift is good.
She will not settle for anything less.
Pulling for the win by a
And it should be
half
noted,
kilo.
if she misses this, she will lose her silver medal. So she's decided, I will risk my silver medal for the World Championships. Silver is not enough. That is a belief in herself. She is literally shaking with adrenaline. She wants it. She's risking her silver medal for it. You got to respect that. A 10 kilo jump is huge at this weight class.
Loaded on 2. Belarus, 112.5 on the bar.
All the chips on the table. Whoa, it breaks. It's at the knees. Can she lock it out? Oh my God, she might do it. Oh no.
Round of applause to that attempt. Help her up, fellas.
Wow.
Get her belt undone now.
No. One hell of a finish to her day. Absolutely nobody can say she didn't leave it all on the platform. It was not from a lack of effort. And now the American, let's take another look at this. Have you ever seen a more emotional lifter?
It is good
Breaks the
on
ground, loses her
2.
back, and it's all heart from here to lock it out. Refusing to drop that weight, just half an inch from lockout. And her grip gives out.
Alyssa Marisol is pulling.
Now,
for
Alyssa
the silver
Marisol, and I said
medal
before, you can never count out a deadlifter,
a junior
now has the world record
all in one
in her hands
shot.
loaded.
United States of America. Junior
The
world
opportunity
record and silver
to snag
medal.
that silver medal. If she hits it, she takes a world record in the deadlift as well as the silver. If she misses it, the French lifters risk
Bars loaded on 2. Fanny
proves
Fitness.
worth it as she walks away with the silver.
Plenty of time. Set up where you want it.
It's all come down to the last deadlift.
There you go. That's a big air.
She's calm, cool, collected. Stark contrast to the previous lifter.
Big air. Pull, pull, pull.
Whoa! Wow, just at the lockout. Can she lock it out? No!
Give her a round of applause. She's
Literally an
almost
inch
on
from
the
lockout. We'll have to walk away with the bronze medal in total, but a gold in the deadlifts and just an inch shy from that world record. The Ukrainian will now be crowned the champion of the 47 kilo class.
Bars loaded.
French lifter takes silver, and Marisol from the U.S. taking bronze. Moving into the 52 kilo class. Sorry, you get a little rattled. It gets a little exciting there on the final round of the deadlifts. Now, Christina from Belarus has 110 kilo loaded on the bar.
This is good.
Boss loaded.
Bars loaded. Belarus, Christina. Bars loaded.
Not expecting any fireworks
Gold
here.
Medal winner.
Nice, easy pull.
Nauru, 135 kilos. Lift is good on 1.
Christina
Here
gets
comes
3
the
whites.
Gold medal winner. Febros Tisodi. Nauru.
Victoria from Lithuania will open with 112.5 kilos.
Ladies and gentlemen, the link is good. Gold medal winner. Bars loaded. Victoria Nikolenkaiti. 112.5. Here comes Bryn.
Smooth, easy pull.
Sumo style double overhand hook grip. She hooks her thumb.
Establishes her total. Keeps herself in the game.
And her fingers. Her thumb takes the full force of the weight with the double overhand hook grip. Come on, Bryn. Strongest thumbs in powerlifting. Here she
Stenberg
goes.
from Norway with 120 kilo getting loaded on the bar for her opener. Now, Stenberg hasn't shown a whole lot of tension as she approaches the platform. Missed her bench opener, laughed it off, came back, hit it.
Bar was a blue card 2-1.
Looks very tough to rattle. Taking a sumo stance, but not a wide one. And it comes up, smooth, controlled.
Lift up left.
3 white lights.
1 is good.
Jennie Lee from U.S. also going to open with 120 kilo. Now Jenny's within striking distance of a bronze medal here. Pulls easy. Well, a little bit of a dip at the back, but she gets 3 whites.
Referees on platform.
Take a look at this slow-mo. She dips back and loses a little bit of balance there, but the knees stay locked enough. The judges like it. And Maria from the Ukraine looking to open with 135 kilo. It is Maria and Jennie Lee who look like they're going to be battling it out for a possible bronze medal overall.
Loaded platform. One.
And that moved fairly smoothly. Maria in a bit of a optimal position here because she's the bigger deadlifter than Lee from the U.S. If she pulls last, she has the option of chipping in just a little bit more weight and snagging that bronze. She can load the bar with whatever she needs to secure it.
Bars loaded, Nikki, Canada. 145 on the bar.
Nicola from Canada, 145 kilo. She is neck and neck with the Ukrainian lifter. If they both hit their openers, they're both looking at a 347.5 total. Now, that was actually a little bit more work than I would have suspected for an opener.
Lift is good for Nick.
Will be interesting to see how the Ukrainian pulls 145.
Here comes Oksana. This is a real battle, folks. Between nickel, bars loaded. A real battle
Oksana.
between
It's 150 kilo loaded on the bar. Now the Canadian, her second attempt is going to be 150 kilo. She's taking a 5 kilo jump, nothing major. And that's probably a good idea given her opener looked like a little bit of work here. If the Ukrainian has any strain, and no dice.
Lift on platform 1 is good.
That wasn't a very easy opener.
Please come back.
The Canadians jumping 5 kilo. I think the Ukrainians probably going to jump more than 5 and attempt to start pulling away.
Egypt.
The Lithuanian, Victoria, with 120 kilo on the bar for her second attempt.
Egypt. Egypt.
Well, looks like the Ukrainian is only going to move up 5 kilo as well. And if the Canadian and the Ukrainian both nail their second attempts, they will remain neck and neck with 352.5 kilos as their total. Perhaps the Ukrainian team wants to see how well the Canadian handles her second attempt and make a move from there. She is going to be deadlifting last, which gives her the opportunity to chip in the win.
Lithuania.
$120 kilo loaded on the bar for Victoria from Lithuania. Moves it fairly easily.
Shoulders back, strong lockout. Lift is good, 3 white lights.
Boss loaded.
Bars loaded.
This bump from Gino. Take a look here.
Christina Schleikovic.
Moves a little slower than the opener, but it is a good 7.5 kilo heavier. And Christina from Belarus, Schleikovic, a 10 kilo jump from her opener. Whoa, she does it.
Schleikovic.
Slow off the floor, fast in between, slow on the lockout,
Here
but
comes Stenberg.
finishes the lift. And Stenberg from Norway, a 5-kilo jump with 125 kilo on the bar.
125 kilos on the bar. Norway. Play fair. Play clean. Play true. Play Norway.
Boss loaded.
Bars loaded. Platform 1.
The Norwegian lifter has been pretty consistent throughout the day. And remains as such. Look at that smile.
From Norway.
She cannot be rattled. The bar slows, but at no point pauses. Look, it never loses her form. Hips come through. And smiles from ear to ear because she knows it's good. And that is how you build a total. Now, Jennie Lee from the U.S., if she gets this, she'll move into 337.5 kilos as her total.
130 kilos for Jennie.
And will be within 2.5 kilos of Suna from the Ukraine. And that's presuming Suna also gets her second attempt.
Nice and tight, big air. Squeeze. Keep going.
Whoa. Now that was a 10-kilo jump for Lee.
No.
10 kilos, 22 pounds is a lot of weight in terms of a jump when you're in the 52-kilo class.
Maria Suna.
I believe she likely put on that weight because she needed to cover some ground if she wanted to walk away with a medal, and that's definitely her goal. Maria Suna from the Ukraine now, loading up 145 kilo.
Boss loaded.
Loaded. Ukraine.
And Suna looking more and more like a lock as a bronze medalist. And that should just about put it out of reach from Lee from the U.S. 3 white lights. I think she knows what it means.
This is good.
Now, Nicola from Canada, 150 kilo loaded on the bar.
Boss loaded.
Bars loaded. Nicola. Pavilioniti.
She needs to hit this if she wants to stay even moving into the last round of deadlifts. With the Ukrainian, they are currently tied in the lead. Moves up easy enough. That actually likely moved up easier than her opener.
Lift is good.
And I believe the Canadian team has a rejuvenated sense of relief and confidence in her abilities to pull this out, pun intended.
They are tied up and down the line.
Oksana, 155 kilo loaded on the bar. Now, Nicola from Canada has 157.5 kilo as her third and final attempt, which would put her at 360 for total should she be successful. But look for that to possibly change based on Oksana's final lift. Oksana had no major issues with 150 kilo. No major issues with 155 kilo. And the battle is on, ladies and gentlemen. Now it's going to come down to a little bit of sportsmanship by the coaching staffs and strategy. Who's going to blink? Will these third attempts jockey around as we look to see who will become the world champion in the 52 kilo class? If Oksana decides to put enough on the bar to nudge past 360 kilos, will Nicola take the bait and also up hers? Well, the Ukrainian now has enough 157.5 kilo as her third attempt, which will be 355 as a total should she get it. I don't think she's going to keep that on there, though. We have 125 kilo on the bar for the Lithuanian. Oh, gets it to the knees, but it's a little too much.
For her first two. Way to go, Victoria.
Now 127.5 kilo being loaded on the bar for Slajkovic from Belarus.
Slajkovic. Christina, Belarus, 127.5.
Ronovich from the Ukraine.
Boss loaded.
Bars loaded.
Currently neck and neck with the Canadian. Has still not changed her deadlift. Last attempt. Perhaps wants to see if the Canadian can hit hers first. Oh, a little too much for Slajkovic.
Loaded.
And the Norwegian Steinberg with 130 kilo being loaded on the bar. A 5 kilo jump for her second attempt. Her second attempt was a struggle. This will take everything she has. Surprise, surprise, she's smiling in her profile pic.
Boss loaded.
Bars loaded. Pernilli.
This is going to take a titanic effort. No, just a little too much. And I could have also predicted she's going to smile and shrug it off. As she leaves with a 312.5 kilo total, very respectable at the World Championships. Now 132.5 kilo being loaded on the bar for Jennie Lee from the U.S. Despite missing her second attempt, she's going to jump up 2.5 kilo. The reason why, if she gets it, she will tie Suna from the Ukraine in total, and based off of body weight, take that bronze medal. She really isn't risking anything, so she might as well come out and give it her all.
Let's go. It's easy way for you. Everything tight.
Good strategic move by the American team. Breaks ground. She wasn't going to finish it, but she might as well go for that bronze.
This is not good.
You're never guaranteed a slot in the IPF World Championship, so take that shot while you can. She loses her back. It's just, she did nothing wrong. The weight is just over her maximum effort.
Here we go.
And 155 kilo being loaded on the bar for Nicola from Canada. And this would put her at 357.5 kilo for her total. It's a 5 kilo jump.
Nicole weighs 51.7.
And the Ukrainian has upped her third attempt to 362.5 kilo.
Bars loaded for Nicolina.
And she could change it one more time.
Nicolina is pulling for the gold medal.
So Nicolina, if she hits this, will take the lead by 5 kilo and force the Ukrainian. Whoa, she gets it to the knees and locks it out. Pretty smooth. A little down up at the top. Will it matter? They give it to her. Now she has moved herself in the first place.
All right, here goes Maria. She's got the lower lock.
Currently has the gold medal in her hands.
First 160. And then we'll
The
have
two
a higher
Ukrainians
lock for the
still
second
left to come.
160.
The Ukrainian team has a 1-2 punch.
The gold medal.
Will they snatch that gold medal away from the Canadian? Mariana Suna keeping the bar loaded at 160 kilo. She is currently in bronze medal position, and if she gets it, she'll move into silver. Oh, no, there's some down up there, and that won't pass. She'll have to settle for a bronze.
She's your bronze medal winner. Give her a big round.
Obviously, I use the term settle loosely. This is the World Championships. It's a hell of an accomplishment. And Horonovich from the Ukraine has 160 kilo loaded on the bar. She will match the Canadian in total, but win on body weight if she gets this lift. Only 5 kilo more than her second attempt. All the chips on the table. This is for the gold. Whoa. And she locks it out and snatches the gold medal from the Canadian. 3 white lights, and there is your world champion in the 52 kilo women's junior. Came down to the last deadlift, as it often does. You could not have asked for a tighter race. Horonovich and Nicola from Canada, both finishing with 357.5 kilos as a total. And it comes down to body weight. Ukraine just dominating on the podium here, with Suna finishing with a 350 kilo total and snatching the bronze. I said it before and I'll say it again. If you got a big deadlift, you're at an incredible advantage over the other lifters. You always will have that advantage of seeing how much weight you need to chip it in and steal that victory. And in this case, the Ukrainian snatches it and becomes a world champion on body weight. A beautiful battle. Everybody's showing a lot of heart. Make sure you come back, and we got the medal ceremony in roughly 5 minutes. Thanks for joining us.
All right, here we go. Sub-junior category, 43 kilo weight class, the squat. The bronze medal hailing from Russia, Olga Olenskaya. Silver medal, Russia, Alina Razamahaina. And the gold medal winner, hailing from the United States of America, Brianna Morrison. Photos. Thank you, ladies. You may step back now. Brianna, fix the hair. Pull it out of the metal strap. There you go. All right. Bench press. So you're going to look better for this second one. Do it again now. Bronze medal, United States of America, Brianna Morrison. All right. Get that beautiful head of hair away from the strap. There you go. Silver medal, Russia, Olga Volinskaya. And the gold medal winner from Kazakhstan, Christina Popova. Photos. Thank you, ladies. You may step back now. Deadlift. Now, bronze medal, Russia, Olga Volinskaya. This girl can hardly walk. She could hardly walk. She beat herself up so much she could hardly step up onto the platform. Silver medal, Ukraine, Anastasia Zakharchenko. And the gold medal winner hailing from Russia with a new world record, Alina Razamahaina. Photos. Speed it up. Gotcha. All right, thank you, ladies. You may step back now. Stay right there. All right, total category. Bronze medal, Kazakhstan, Christina Popova. Christie, do me a favor and hold her hand so she can step up onto the silver. The woman can hardly pick up her legs. She's in so much pain. Silver medalist from Russia, Olga Volinskaya. Thank you, Christie. And the gold medal winner from Russia, Alina Razamahaina. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the Russian national anthem. Big round of applause for all of our winners. Next lifter, next category, 47 kilo weight class, sub-juniors, bronze medal, Polska, Claudia Polska. Silver medal, Russia, Ekaterina Agiva. Gold medal, Finland, Olivia Kielsti. Photos. Thank you, ladies. Bench now. Bench now, Sasha. Bench now, Sasha. Bronze medal, Russia, Ekaterina Agiva. Silver medal, Finland, Olivia Kielsti. Gold medal, Kazakhstan, Andrea Kishkimbayeva. Photos. Thank you, ladies. Deadlift now. Bronze medal, Finland, Olivia Kielsti. Silver medal, Russia, Ekaterina Agiva. And the gold medal winner hailing from Polska, Claudia Poszpa. Photos. Thank you, ladies. May step back now. Total category. Polska, bronze medal, Claudia Poszpa. Silver medal, Finland, Olivia Kielsti. Gold medal, Russia, Ekaterina Agiva. All lifters receive a gift bag from Siberian Health. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the Russian national anthem. Big round of applause to these ladies. Next category, Sasha. By the way, handing out the medals to these lovely ladies today We have two lovely IPF individuals themselves. It's Vicky Boltha and Christie Chanley. Vicky and Christie, please wave to the crowd and acknowledge your services. Thank you. All right, next category, 52 kilo weight class, sub-junior category, squat bronze medal, Russia, Anastasia Malasheva. Silver medal from Nauru, Febros Tisodi. And the gold medal winner, Jennie Lee. Kitos. Photos. Thank you, ladies. You may step back now. Next category, Sasha. Bench, bronze medal, Canada, Bryn Hamilton. Silver medal, Finland, Fanny Laiminen. Gold medal, Nauru, with the new open world record, Febros Show. New open world record at the sub-junior level. Photos. Febros to show. Thank you, ladies. Deadlift now. Bronze medal, Canada, Bryn Hamilton. Silver medal, Nauru, Febros to Shori. And the gold medal winner, Russia, Anastasia Malasheva. Photos. Thank you, ladies. You may step back now. Total category. Bronze medal, Russia, Anastasia Malasheva. Silver medal, Finland, Fanny Laiminen. And the gold medal winner, hailing from Nauru, Febros Shoda. Please stand, ladies and gentlemen, for the Nauruian national anthem. Big round of applause for all of our winners. Give them a big round of applause as we escort all of our athletes off the platform. All right, here we go, next category. Next category, Sasha. .43 kilo junior category squat, bronze medal Russia, Natalia Gorbacheva. Silver medal Ukraine, Dariya of Ukraine. Gold medal Belarus, Volha Yermolinskaya, our host country. Photos. Thank you, ladies. You may step back now. Bench press. Russia, Natalia Gorbacheva. Silver medal, Ukraine, Dariya of Ukraine. Gold medal, Belarus, Volha Yermolinskaya. Photos. Thank you. Deadlift now. Deadlift now. Deadlift now. Bronze medal, United States of America, Sandra Tran. Silver medal, Russia, Natalia Gorbacheva. Gold medal, Belarus, Volha Yermolinskaya. Photos. Thank you, ladies. You may step back now. Next category, Sasha. Total, bronze medal. Bronze medal, Ukraine, Dariya of Ukraine. Silver medal, Russia, Natalia Gorbacheva. And the gold medal winner, hailing from our host country, Belarus, Volha Yermolinskaya. Please stand, ladies and gentlemen, for the national anthem of Belarus. Thank you, ladies. Next step back now. Next category. 47 kilo weight class, junior category, squat, bronze medal. Hailing from Belarus, Tatiana Damashnya. Silver medal, France, Andrea Durant. Gold medal, Ukraine, Elisa Mirasol. Photos. Thank you, ladies. Please step back. Bench press. Bronze medal, Russia, Alyssa Marisol. Silver medal, France, Andrea Duran. And the gold medal, Ukraine, Elisa Mirasol. Photos. Thank you, ladies. Next category, deadlift now. Deadlift now. France, bronze medal, Andrea Durant. Silver medal, Ukraine, Elisa Mirasol. And the gold medal winner, hailing from the United States of America, Elisa Mirasol. Photos. Thank you, ladies. You may step back now. Total category. Bronze medal, United States of America, Elisa Mirasol. Silver medal, France, Andrea Durant. And the gold medal winner from Ukraine, Violetta Chemotar. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the Ukrainian national anthem. Round of applause for all of our winners. Let's move on to our next category, Sasha. $52-kilo weight class, thank you. Junior category. Bronze medal, Ukraine, Maria Sudunya. Silver medal, United States of America, Jennie Lee. And the gold medal winner hailing from Canada, Nicolina Paviglianiti, Canada. Photo. Thank you, ladies. May step back now. Bench press, Sasha. United States of America, bronze medal, Jennie Lee. Silver medal, Ukraine, Oksana Kromovich. And the gold medal winner from Norway, Pernille Stenberg. 10 minutes to make changes to your opening attempts. Lifters in both flights, platform 1 and 2. 10 minutes to make changes to your openers. Photos. Thank you, ladies. You may step back now. Next category. Deadlift now. Bronze medal, Ukraine, Maria Suna. Silver medal, Canada, Nicole Paviglianiti. And the gold medal winner from Ukraine, Oksana Kromovich. Photos. Thank you, ladies. You may step back now. Total category, Ukraine, bronze medal, Maria Suna. Silver medal, Canada, Nicola Paviglianiti. And ladies and gentlemen, from the Ukraine, the gold medal winner, Oksana Kromovich. Gold medal. Ladies and gentlemen, would you all please stand for the Ukrainian national anthem. applause for all these ladies. Step back, ladies.
Is that everybody?
Giving a big round of applause for all of our athletes as they get escorted off the platform. Lifters, you have 6 minutes to change your openers. Lifters at both flights, platform 1 and 2, 6 minutes to change your openers.